Welcome, everyone, to the first ever Pocket Bard in-person actual play. Yeah! Woo! At our new first ever office. This is the first time we have set all of this stuff up, and we will be celebrating today the launch of the Desert Collection, the latest content in Pocket Bard, with this one-shot that I hope goes well. First, I did want to say a couple of things. Right off the bat, I am super grateful to be having this experience. I'm grateful for everybody watching, but also for you guys being here playing, for our crew, Nick behind the camera, for all of our players who we can go around and introduce one by one. Alex, let's start with you.
All right. Hey, I'm Alex. I am the CEO and composer of Pocket Bard, and today I'll describe my character in a minute.
Yeah, perfect. Dom.
Sounds good. I'm Dom. I actually flew all the way across the country to be a part of this, so I'm very excited to be here. And I manage our Discord. I am known as the Discord Overlord. And I will also introduce my character in a minute.
Sweet. Jeanette.
Great. Hi, I'm Jeanette. I am the brand and social media manager here at Pocket Bard. And I'll just give you a little... I'm Kimmy Sands.
Ooh.
Name drop.
Teaser.
I know, little teaser.
All right, Zach.
Hi, I'm Zach. I also flew partway around the country to be here today. I help run the Discord. I'm the Discord manager. And I also help out time to time again with graphic design stuff. But yeah, I'll save my character information for here in a minute for you guys. So
Sweet. All right, cool. I do also want to shout out the book that we have pulled this adventure from, One Shot Wonders. Not sponsored or anything, just thought it was awesome, and that is where the kind of core of this one shot was pulled from, and then we built around it. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say to get started. Again, thank you all for being here. I'm super grateful for this experience. Let's get going. Ooh, Pocket Bard. We start our adventure today not in the bustling streets of some metropolis, nor in dark dwarven caves, but high above a vast, rolling desert. 100-foot dunes and scattered rock formations lose their depth and sense of scale from this altitude. Despite the slightly cooler air up here, the sun bakes the open deck of a skyship, a small private charter skyship known as the Cloud Song. The Cloud Song has a crew of 2 and a couple of passengers, gingerly sailing across the fairly smooth, cloudless sky. Yesterday morning, the Cloud Song left port at the empire capital city of Saisha, chartered by the Royal Pocketbook at the hands of our first character, Jamie, on a quest some 3 days' journey across the open desert. So you're about a day and change into a 3-day journey. The quest? A lead on some new materials that can withstand the pressure and heat of brand new magical firearms technology, and promise martial superiority for King Brock Broadstone of Saisha, funding Jamie's venture here. That, and of course, a big payoff for Jamie if the tech proves its worth. Discussing the finer points of skyship travel and business and things, Jamie and Sea Snake on the deck of the Cloud Song with Captain Irjami. She is a human and the first person you met after boarding the ship. She is a tough captain, but she seems to like having passengers, and she spends a lot of time up on the deck looking serious and making sure every single knot of rigging is perfect, double checking things. She's very meticulous, seems to care a lot about keeping the ship in working order. Jamie and Sea Snake, what are you guys talking about with the captain?
So I'm just going on and on about all the sky cruises that I've been on, and how this ship is actually could be refitted and make a lot of money if it was refitted for a larger capacity of people. And I'm just kind of going on about this business idea that I'm trying to sell her on.
So I'm going to lead that conversation by, I'm just going to call her Ira, even though I know that's not her full name. And I'm going to be pulling out my pocketbook and kind of taking notes with what he's saying to her because he's the guy that I always use for my examples when I say that I know a guy. I'm talking about him, so I really need to make sure I get the details right.
She kind of responds, the ship, I understand, but I've always found the core of its value is in the crew. I mean, between me and Yamas, Yamas alone does the work of 4, and he still sleeps 8 hours every night. I don't think retrofitting is going to change much of that, but I'm happy to indulge your ideas.
I could get you a spreadsheet on that to get the numbers.
Indeed. Well, anything for a good paying customer. I appreciate your patronage. I have some captainly duties to attend to. If you two don't mind, feel free to continue to walk the deck and let me know. Let Yamas know if you need anything. And she kind of walks off. How are you feeling about skyship travel? Have either of you traveled aboard a skyship before?
I have a skyship. I have it docked back in Seabreeze, the town which Trip and I are from. So, but no, I'm very well to do there, and I have it docked in the harbor along with the other peasant sailing ships.
Oh yeah.
I will say yes. At one point I also owned one, but since then I have gambled away all my money. And I had to sell it, and so I no longer have one, but it was a much smaller skyship, so it was like more of a luxury, like, hey, we're going to take this for the weekend kind of skyship.
Feeling maybe some nostalgia being back on this
deck.
deck.
Absolutely, yeah. I will say that I'm kind of judging, like, even though I'd like to imagine it's a little bit nicer skyship, I'm still kind of nose up to the idea that but it's not the one I had. So it's, I'm like inspecting, that nail's not in the right spot, or there's a crack there that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking similar lines. Like, I'm just kind of examining the woodwork and just thinking this could be a little nicer, just can see just really trying to hold myself back from saying stuff to the captain, because I can tell she's like, probably ex like Sky Navy, and don't want to insult. I respect the Navy, so it's a lot of my friends are in the Navy, so
she is watching you as you walk the ship. You do notice her, like, kind of side-eyeing you at points, and she's keeping her eye out. From there, we work our way aft toward the arcane engine keeping the ship aloft. Yanis, who is a squat dwarf, covered head to toe in like grease stains, wearing kind of a coveralls that you would see a mechanic wear. And he's got thick goggles pulled up onto his forehead that are also covered in grease. And it seems like he doesn't actually wear the goggles. He mostly just puts them up on his head. He's old school, but he is fascinated by this creature, machine thing that is Mark 17. And between you and his engine, this is probably the 3rd or 4th time he's insisted that you come with him to the engine room to see some piece of the engine, and then he ends up examining you and the engine side by side, noting similarities. Mark, if you could introduce your character for us.
Yeah. So I'm playing Mark 17, or just Mark. He's a warforged being made out of mostly wood, but also like metal pieces and stuff to kind of keep him together. But yeah, he's terrified right now for being in the air. Being basically what was rooted into the ground at some point, he prefers to stay on the ground. So he's kind of like, no matter where he is on the ship, kind of doing a death grip to something to kind of grab onto.
Have you got an arcane coupler underneath the 3rd layer? See, just under there, under your... Do you call it an abdomen, if you're whatever you are? Is it...
and this over here, he seems to, like... He'll ask you questions like that, and then just move right on and show you what his engine looks like, and then come right back to being like, I want to see your insides.
I think that he'll kind of look over at Yanis and then just kind of let him do his thing, but under his breath he'll just keep on saying, like, I can't physically open up parts of me, I'm sorry.
Indeed, I have later. I've got tools that will, they will unlock hidden knowledge. I'm sure of it.
From there, Kimmy, I imagine you have followed Mark to this conversation in the engine room. Maybe introduce your character and tell me what is it that you're doing in the context of this conversation.
Yeah. So Kimmy Sands is a tabaxi, cheetah print, I guess, all over. Platinum blonde ponytail. She has a bit of a light about her. And I think in this moment she would be trying to calm down Mark. Say, just let's breathe in and breathe out. Although, how do you breathe? I mean, you have...
I can't breathe, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you have... You're a tree, so there's... how do... Oh, I don't know. Then maybe just try standing really, really tall. And just look up at the sky. Don't look down. Yeah, try that.
When you stand up tall, Yanis,
Oh, and that's interesting. You see under this layer here.
and he like pulls a tool and like starts to pry at some of your what would theoretically be armor, but is also kind of your skin.
I think that, like, I'll kind of very lightly kind of push his hands off. Like, I don't want to necessarily be rude, but, you know, I don't want to lose part of me.
Indeed. I will, give me just a moment. Oh, interesting. I will be right back.
Yes. And he kind of like tucks off into a corner and starts engaging with the engine. Neither of you got to introduce the way that your characters look. So if we could go back for a moment to the foredeck of the ship, could you tell me how Jamie and Trip Sea Snake look?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, just quick question. Is photosynthesis magic? Is that how he survives?
I mean, it's basically magic in real life.
Okay. My name is Jamie Ballard Big Guns Buchanan. He goes by a lot of names, but, you know, he likes people to call him Jamie. He is a human, and he looks basically like this. Pretty much exactly like how I look right now. But he's a very kind of hardened guy. Even though he's got an airship now, he's rich, he's got his name on billboards all over, just, you know, self-promoting random stuff he's up to. He was formerly a brawler back when he was young, probably age like 5 to 18, and he eventually won big and made a ton of money betting on himself illegally, obviously, and, you know, throwing fights, winning fights, making tons of money on that, and got super rich, and then basically retired around 18, became a venture capitalist, started investing in startups, and just kept making money. He has been rolling 20s on luck for a while. So he is like legitimately one of the most wealthy people in the entire kingdom.
Nice.
So he's got a lot of contracts with the crown. Really been into weapons manufacturing recently. So, you know, war's big business. So he's deep into guns right now.
And I get the feeling that the entirety of what you just said is also like how he introduces himself when in conversation.
That was just the first like paragraph of his after he shakes his hand. Hey.
Yeah. and how about Trip, or should I call you Sea Snake?
So everything about Trip. So he is a sneaky boy. He's a rogue. He's about 5'10", human. Not an ugly dude, but not super pretty either. You know, he's not going to charm anybody with looks. But a little bit long, brown, curly hair. You know, very average build. He's not like super fit, but he's also not like, you know, a scrawny guy. And everything about him is almost the polar opposite of Jamie. You know, Jamie likes to talk about himself, and Trip likes to talk about all the people he knows that have done those things. So he'll one-up you, but it's not with his own story. It's with what his friend has done. And so everything that Jamie tends to say, I kind of soak in, because the moment I find somebody else, you bet that's the first thing that I'm going to tell them.
So we could both be meeting people next to each other, and
Yeah.
you'd be telling them all about me, and I'd also be telling them all about
Yeah.
me.
And then they're really gonna hate this duo.
As you are inspecting the deck, as you are waiting for Yamis to return and maybe for a polite opportunity to depart from his company, a sound. The rear of the ship rocks. You hear distantly, you hear up close as you are thrown across the room and just chaos starts to break out. You see purple flames start licking up from parts of the ship. The ship lists forward and you are all tumbled across the deck toward the front of the ship. You see Irjami up at the helm, like hang on and try to right the ship, but it starts to lurch down. You are in rapid descent at the moment, and you two watched as Yamis was blasted back by this arcane explosion, and in the like glimpses of moments as you're trying to orient yourself and see through the smoke and find the door to get outside, you see he does not appear to be in good shape. The ship is going down. I want to know what each of you are doing to try to better your chances in this moment, either to survive or to save someone or something. What are you doing now that the ship is very clearly rapidly descending? You are almost in free fall. We'll start on this end with Mark.
Mark is going to, I guess, continue his death grip on the ship and kind of start internally screaming a little bit. And then he's going to take a second to kind of compose himself, like, okay, no matter what I do, the ship is going down. So I think that he is going to try to find Yanis, because, you know, I want to make sure that he's okay, at least.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of take a quick look around while still holding on to the boat to see if I can see him anywhere, and
Okay.
then try to run over to him.
I'll take a strength save from you as well as a
Okay.
perception check.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so that's a 16 plus 3. That's a 19.
On the strength save?
On a strength save.
Okay.
And then what was the other one? Sorry?
Perception check.
Perception check. 18.
Okay, for the strength save, you are able to brace yourself on the deck and kind of find your footing, and you are not kind of tumbled out toward the foredeck and out into the open. You are able to maintain position here. And because of that, and because of the high perception roll, you see that Yamis has been blown back kind of into the corner. Through the smoke, you can see he is like pinned to the wall by a piece of the engine that has like lodged itself. It's a fairly high perception check. He appears to be missing a limb, missing a leg, and his wounds look unusual. There's kind of like purple veining in the kind of cauterized openings that
Okay.
does not look like typical, just kind of straight bludgeoning damage. You get the sense that, I mean, this arcane artifact just blew up in his face.
Yeah.
He's not doing too hot.
Do I get the impression that if I were to try to make my way over to him, I could assist him in any way, or does this look like he's basically done for?
It is going to be very hard in the next few seconds
Yeah.
before the ship impacts to do much else.
Okay.
So with that, Kimmy, what are you doing in these moments?
I think I'm gonna look for a nice pole that I can kind of jump up and kind of dig my claws into
Okay.
and kind of hold on.
Okay. Since you're actively searching for something to like leap and hang on to, athletics or acrobatics?
Cool. That's a 17.
Which one? Athletics or
Acrobatics.
17 acrobatics. Okay, yeah. As soon as the ship lurches, you like feel in your instinct like the urge to just like jump, and you kind of jump at a part of the ship that you can hang on to as it lurches, and you just latch on. Turns out it's a ceiling beam. So you are kind of in a way like pinned to the ceiling as things are falling, and you feel that as the ship is moving, your momentum that got you up there is you're losing that, and you're going to start to fall back toward the floor, but you are hanging on. So that is kind of your position. Is there anything else you feel you would want to do in this moment?
Is there a sail?
Outside the engine room.
I don't feel like we should be in the engine room for this impact. I feel like we should get out of the engine room. Mark, I think it's time we go.
I guess Mark will look at you and, all right, fine, let's go. And then he'll let go really quickly and just kind of beeline towards the door.
Okay. You start to do that. Trip. The ship has lurched.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So Trip is absolutely a little bit of a thrill seeker. So like, this is not the first time that he would have jumped off of. Please don't kill me. That would have jumped off of a moving something in the sky. Is there anything close to me that I could manufacture something kind of quickly? You know, I mean, I'm a merchant and I tend to kind of play with things and turn, you know, kind of reclaim things to make them nice again. So I would, you know, I'd like to think that I'd be pretty crafty with some of this stuff. Is there like you know, there's probably a couple sails and there's some rigging and
Yeah.
am I able to kind of cut a large piece of that out and kind of look at Jamie and like give him like the...
You're talking about a couple seconds of free fall before you hit the ground. You can, based on your judgment, you can absolutely like jump up and try to like cut out a piece of sail or something.
Oh, so I'm doing this while free falling. Like I'm not attached to the ship.
You have the equivalent of like 2 turns worth of time before this thing crashes.
I mean, how close am I to like a mast with like a piece of rigging on it?
Yeah, you
like,
can be close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll kind of shimmy myself. Am I falling? Like I'm actually falling then, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Like the ship's here and
It is not quite free falling. It's considering the kind of physics of free fall. It feels like the equivalent of like a low gravity environment where like if you were to jump up, because of the almost free fall, you could probably jump 50, 60 feet above the deck before you start to fall back down.
All right, then I'll shimmy my way kind of over to the nearest mast, and because I've worked on a ship for so long, I know like the knot, and so I'm gonna kind of slice off a piece of the rope and tie it around the mast, and then tie myself to the mast.
Nice. Give me a sleight of hand for that.
12 plus 7. So
19. Yeah, that's plenty. You very quickly, the ship, and you like almost instinctually are like, okay, we're falling. You just book it to the mast and are able to very quickly like cut some rigging. You see like a small sail up top like fly loose when you do. Grab the rope, tie it around, and you are able to secure yourself.
Can I also add that like in that cut moment, I probably would have cut a couple, and like I would have tossed one towards Jamie, like if he wanted to take that same path, like here it's already cut and ready.
Okay. Yeah.
Clearly, I've been on airships a lot. Can afford it. It's not a problem.
I don't know if I believe him.
So but I am curious how much he's paid attention, or how much I've paid attention and retained the safety training every time I've boarded it.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to know if I remember. What's the?
You could do like a history check or something for that.
It's a 6. All right. So he's just gonna run for the edge of this ship and cast Featherfall, and jump off.
Nice. Featherfall on just you or?
No, just me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm for sure telling that story.
That's how legends.
That's amazing.
That's an incredible story. I'm a little pissed he didn't include me, but I guess I also preemptively tied myself to the mast.
Because of that, I will describe these next moments from your perspective. As you kind of leap away from the railing and cast Featherfall on yourself, you notice that you start to fall at a pace that is much safer. A little bit like being under canopy on a parachute. Especially the closer you get to the ground, you kind of slow down and you watch the ship kind of move away from you, and it becomes the surroundings, like the environment you're in, to an object in your visual field as it moves away from you, and you watch as it crashes into the desert below, and you see smoke start to billow up, and you land softly on a sand dune 150 feet away. The desert is hot, and now that you have lost this altitude, it is very hot. But even more so the burning wreck of the ship around you as you come to. Kimmy, when you blink open your eyes, Irjami is pulling debris off of you. You have taken 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Actually, all 3 of you will have taken 8 points of bludgeoning damage, just to make that simple. Irjami is pulling debris off of you and says, "They're hurt. Come on. Help. Are you okay? Can you feel your limbs?"
I think so.
Okay. Let's start rescuing. Come on. Trip. You kind of wake up and you are dangling from the mast. The ground is like 2 or 3 feet in front of you, but you're like suspended by this rope harness, and your spine hurts.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that probably didn't feel very good.
Yeah.
How high above the ground? I'd imagine the ship's like.
It's kind of tumbled.
Okay.
You are only about 2 feet above the ground in front of you, but it is sand.
Okay.
The deck is like off to your left.
I guess I'm gonna pull out my short sword and kind of just like, hopefully I can still access it with the rope that I've tied around myself. So I'm gonna pull it out, and kind of as I pull it out, I'll just kind of slice the rope and fall.
Yeah, you slice and into the ground. You got a sound for that. Pocket bar. Yeah, you slice, you hit the ground, and you see, like, coming over the dune, just 50, 60 feet away, you see Jamie moving toward the ship.
Real quick, is there anything in the debris, like suitcases or drawers that may have fallen out in the crash, that I can like quickly rummage through and take things?
That is a good point. I was going to wake Mark up first.
Sorry.
But anything that you guys were storing in your backpacks has been mixed in with this wreckage, and you will need to make investigation checks, an investigation check to try to recover stuff.
I was
Things you can
mainly
recover.
thinking more stealing.
Well, if you find other people's things, you can recover their things for yourself. But investigation for that. Mark, your emergency stasis times out, and you blink back awake. You're basically in the same spot you were in the engine room, but there's only half of the engine room left. The other half is open air, and you see Yamas pinned and unconscious on the other side of the room. You kind of shove some debris off of you. What's your strength score?
Strength is 17.
Okay, yeah. You just like shove some debris off of you, and you see it as it clears the way. You see Irjami and Kimmy on the other side as Irjami's like pulling stuff off and talking to Kimmy. What are you doing?
I think that I'm gonna just sit up straight and then look over at Kimmy and say, "Are you guys all right?"
A little sore, but yeah. How are you?
Couple scratches here and there, but I'm okay.
Just a couple, eh?
Just a few. And then I'll go ahead and stand completely straight up, and then I'll make my way over to Yanis and see how he's doing and try to assess that
Yeah,
situation.
give me a medicine or arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do medicine. It's a 14 flat.
Even on a 14, you see the signs of arcane scarring on his like chest and remaining leg. One leg is severed, but the wound was immediately kind of closed and cauterized. He's not bleeding out from this blast. He is unconscious. Based on your healing experience, requires more in-depth aid than a typical healing potion or healing spell.
Yeah.
He needs more like a major restoration would be like the start of what he needs right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and use about 5 points of my lay hands, and then just kind of get him at least stable.
Yeah, totally.
And then I'll try to like slowly bring him into consciousness.
Yeah, that's tough. Definitely enough to wake him up. He kind of... Oh, what happened?
Well, the ship fell out of the sky.
Oh, I don't think so.
I mean, we're on the ground now, so it definitely fell out of the sky.
Oh, that's not good.
I would say so. Come on, we got a trek to go through.
You watch him start to try to get up and go. He's not pinned, but he's in bad shape. Those kind of arcane injuries are. You're gonna need help moving it.
I'll look over to Captain Ujami and just say, I'm gonna need some other hands over here if you got a couple minutes.
That's to you too, since you're both right there.
Yeah, he's not looking good.
Another piece of the ship crashes and breaks open kind of a corner of the room, and fire, just regular fire, starts to kind of seep in from one side.
Time is of the essence, and then I'll kind of very gingerly but kind of quickly try to pick him up and then go from there and try to leave as quickly as I can.
Totally. You're
I'll
helping with
assist,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The two of you with your Jami are able to kind of drag him, and you're able to kind of get him through the doorway off the side of the ship, and you drag a couple of feet away through the sand and kind of take stock of the situation. You see your Jami just kind of like sit next to him in the sand and look up at her ship. Oh, I don't think insurance will cover all of that.
You might be able to talk to Jamie over there, though. Might be able to get you a loan or something, get you back up on, if you really need.
He's quite rich.
Yeah. Okay. We need you see she's kind of like moving from in and out between like shock and like wait, I'm the captain. I need to do things. The ship has an emergency kit. We need to find it. It's kind of central hull. And you see her just kind of scramble toward the ship, and like there's flames starting to engulf things at the moment.
I'm just gonna grab her back and be like, it looks like it's.
It's right here. It's gotta be. Give me history checks from both of you. See if you paid attention to the safety demonstration.
History for me, that's gonna be a 7.
Okay.
Kimmy was enjoying the looks of the clouds.
It's because they don't have one of those like videos.
Yeah.
It's like we're ready to
The
fight.
major image generator that creates the
Yeah.
illusion, the motion image.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't do a whole skit and sing about it and have dogs. That's the only way to remember the safety procedures.
That's right. Yeah. For the first time, you notice on the side of the ship, placed obviously and actually only a few feet away from you, is a now quite damaged box that looks like precariously placed or obviously placed and painted with like bright orange stripes. She's like, no, it's right here. And she kind of breaks free, and as she grabs it, half the box comes with her. The other half is very clearly just like crushed. And looking through, you see broken glass and liquid that's kind of spread out. And as she pulls it back, the only thing that like seems intact is this kind of inset jewel. It doesn't look like a very expensive, precious jewel. It looks more like something kind of cheap but manufactured. And I don't think either of you have seen one of these before, but it's like falling out of the kit, and she like grabs it and stumbles back to Yamis and sits down. You two, did you give me your investigation check?
I did. It was an 8.
An 8. I mean, you're able to recover some mundane stuff. You find like one of someone's 50 feet of rope. You find like a handful of pitons and like some climbing gear. And that's about it.
Sweet. I'll make use of that, I'm sure.
Jamie, as you approach this wreck and you saw Trip kind of cut himself free and start searching through stuff, you see a piece of the mast that's like sticking up like collapse down, and fire starts to engulf the wreck. What are you doing?
So he had just like been booking it from the time he landed, but he's noticed it's hot, so he had like already took his shirt off, tied around his waist, like running over, like trying to seem like a cool hero guy. So he approached the ship and basically gets as close as he can to see if there's any kind of not super dangerous ways to help out.
Mm-hmm.
So what can I see from my vantage point approaching the downed airship?
On this side, mostly just Trip. The back of the airship seems to be kind of twisted and oriented the other direction. You see fire in various spots. You see debris kind of scattered. You have options for things you could do. You could try to help pull him out. You could search for more supplies. You could try to find the rest of the crew.
I'm gonna try to help get Trip out. I'm just kind of like calling over to him, like, "This is why you pay for quality." As I approach him and like go over and just lend a hand carrying stuff out. I'm specifically looking for water though.
Okay.
I'm hoping to find some of that.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
You sure you don't want an athletics check?
Pretty sure.
That'd be a 6.
6. You don't find any water or supplies of any kind.
Okay.
You search through and you're pulling up like pieces of broken hull wood and like rivets and like bits of rigging that have embedded into the sand. But otherwise, you're not finding much.
Okay. He's just going to keep going, though. Keep looking through stuff.
Sure. As you do that, and as the flames kind of become a little too much, the two of you are able to back away from the ship and eventually circle around to the side with everyone else. It seems everyone is alive, but you two now see the injured Yamis just kind of like sitting on the ground, heaving and leg gone. Irjami pulls that kit out of the side of the ship. Jamie, you would recognize the thing she pulled out is an emergency beacon. It's an arcane contraption that emits this like trackable signal. It's a little bit like it's like the inverse of like a locate object kind of spell, where if somebody has the other components to it and knows to look for it, they can find it. The signal can penetrate solid barriers, but it is blocked by a foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So typically they need to be placed outside or inside of buildings that are not very thick. Back to, well, I guess we're all together now. Irjami kind of sits back and again looks at the wreck. The sun is high in the sky, and you all at this point notice the heat, and the sand itself is hot. What are you doing?
I think that Mark is going to look over at Mr. James Ballard Buchanan, and he's going to, for one thing, make sure that he's okay. So he's going to use a little bit more. Actually, you didn't take any damage, did you?
No, I was prepared.
Perfect. At that point, then, I will just, blatantly say, mate, if he doesn't get help soon, he's going to die. So probably got to get going here soon.
Not gonna die, just need a little rest. Supplies. Who's found supplies?
See, he's all good. He just needs a little rest. Listen to him.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a little more than a bit of rest to heal arcane damage like that. So, do you guys want to take a look around to see if we find anything?
Yeah, you're the magic tree, so you figure out how to help him. We're going to keep looking for water, because if we're stuck here, that's how we're going to die. Don't worry, buddy. The tree's going to take care of you.
Rocks, caves. I think there are caves nearby. Usually are. Does anybody find the sending stones? We can call for help.
Sending stone? No, there's no stones around here, I think. Did you guys... Did you want to take a look around to see if we can find anything? Because honestly, I've done pretty much most of what I can. He's in very rough shape at the moment, so...
Is there... Because you said we're in the middle of the desert, right?
This is the desert launch.
This is the desert launch.
This is the desert launch.
He said it. He said desert.
I did say desert. Is there like an much more obvious, taller dune kind of near us
Sure.
that I could go traverse and try to see if I can see anything around us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and head up to the top of the nearest.
Well, first, what are you looking for?
Just if I see any vegetation or any cave openings or big chunks of boulders, anything that would denote like maybe there's some moisture there.
Maybe an oasis,
Yeah.
or maybe a
An
buried
oasis would be
tomb.
pretty dope, but you know, I guess we'll find out.
Perception.
Holy crap! It's a 23.
Nice. Yeah, you climb up this dune, which is one of the taller ones. I mean, the depth here, the height of these dunes, they're probably 100 feet. Like, they're big. Some of them, not all of them. You see various kind of rock formations, and it looks like there's like a larger one with some vegetation. There's a slightly smaller one with maybe a little less vegetation. Plenty in the distance with no vegetation. You can kind of take your pick, but they all look like just like random rock formations. Other than that, you see sand.
So I'm definitely gonna tell people I saw water. I'm gonna kind of yell. I mean, am I close enough? Or a couple hundred feet?
You can yell 100 feet.
Okay, I'll kind of yell down. Hey, I think there's water over there.
Sounds good to me. And then I'm gonna try to grab. I'm gonna grab Yanis and start
I'll
walking
run
that
back
way.
down and go help because I do feel a little bad.
You're able to just like lift Yamis, and he groans, but very easily you're like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Where's the captain currently?
She was kind of sitting next to Yamis, and she's, during this part of the conversation, been kind of back in that shock state of like, oh my god, my ship. And then you see her as this is happening, as you're starting to move, she goes, oh, wait, no, I and she looks down and she says, I can go for help. My boots, they're fast. I almost never use them, but they're a magic item. I'm attuned to them. I can probably traverse the desert, well, at least to help. I can get us help. Sending stone. Yamis said, I've got to find it, and she starts to move back toward the wreckage and starts trying to search through and not get burned as you're starting to move Yamis's body up the dune.
I kind of turn over to Kimmy and the stick and say, man, everybody's looking for these shortcuts with these magical items. Like, nobody wants to put in the hard work of actually exercising. Just gotta work hard and eat clean, and you can run as fast as any boots can make you run.
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna set Yanis down, and I'll just kind of glance over at everyone and say, all right, well, we're probably not going to go anywhere until she gets those stones, so might as well take a look around and see what we can find.
She's not the captain now.
You're not wrong, there isn't a ship anymore.
After a few minutes of searching with her, you are able to find in the wreckage, as part of this emergency kit that just didn't get pulled out, there is a sending stone in there linked to, and it's kind of marked that it's linked to some kind of like sky airship emergency dispatch something or other. And she brings that and the beacon over to you and Yamis. Yamis, this is all we could find. We've got the beacon, we've got the sending stone. I can't find any other supplies. I don't know what to do. I can go for help, but can you protect Yamis while I get us help? They can send a ship. I can go and make sure they know where we are.
You have our word. We'll watch him. He'll be okay.
Kimmy, do you ever hear of under promise, over deliver?
That would be
Well,
valid.
what would you
yes.
like me to say?
Hey, let's be real.
We may or may
we might
not.
all die here
Yeah.
within like 12 hours. It's hot. It's hot. Speaking of that, does the hair keep you cool or make you hotter?
I don't know if... Do animals sweat? Do cats sweat?
I know dogs
Dogs
only
don't.
sweat on their paws.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about cats.
I don't know about cats.
Maybe it's similar.
You just get used to it. That's all that there is. You just get used to
What
it.
are your vet bills for haircut? What's a animal's barber called?
Oh, I just do it myself. Excuse me.
Hairball.
Sorry.
That sound.
Sorry, I'll keep that to a minimum. Thank you.
Gosh.
If you can protect Yamis, here you take the sending stone. I know which direction is the nearest outpost. I know about how far it is. I can get there, and we can send help. It's gonna be okay. We can survive this. Just please protect Yamis.
Any special reason why we should, or just because he's a good dude?
Gods, he's my first mate, my crew.
But there's nothing special about him, though. Just in case, I just want to clarify that.
That's plenty special. What's wrong with you? Yamis is a good man and works harder than all of us combined. If not for anything but that, protect him. And she hands someone the sending stone. Okay,
Yeah,
Kimmy.
take it.
She hands you the sending stone, and
You'll
click. Oh yeah.
you'll be back. You said tonight. It'll take you a day.
I think it'll take me the better part of a day to get there. I will probably get to the outpost by morning, and it's by skyship. It's not that far. I'm sure I can find something by tomorrow evening. I can be back with help. Keep yourselves safe. Tell your employer that upfront payment comes with this, with me taking the responsibility to protect you, and Yamis too. So, I still expect the second half. What am I saying? It doesn't matter. Okay.
Well, we only made it halfway.
Yeah, so that sounds like half payment to
That
me.
definitely would sound like half payment.
If we get out of this,
Trying to barter with this captain, but they just
Well,
lost their
someone
ship.
dying on the ground.
if we get out of this, we can discuss it. And she gives you all a look,
Some progress.
gives Yamis a good squeeze on the shoulder. You're gonna be okay. Clicks the heels on her boots, and you just see her take off across the desert way faster than you can train to run.
Debatable.
I still am not doubting him whatsoever.
She heads off to seek help. Yamis
He's dead already.
is nope. Yamis is
Hey,
just
I healed him a little bit, okay? I healed him at least 5.
yeah. He is his hit point maximum has been vastly reduced.
Okay.
Just so that you know, like trying to pump extra healing into him at this point, beyond that maybe 5 or so, it's not going to do much because of the nature of those injuries.
Do I get the sense that it's kind of his health is slowly going down, or is this like
Yes,
he's
but
stagnant?
slowly.
Okay.
Yeah. Enough that you can move him for now.
She did say stay here, but do we want to find shelter somewhere around here? I'm just going more Australian. I've kind of realized.
It's the heat. That's how.
realized?
It's fantasy. It's fine.
Your learning
That's
model,
how-
eh? It's just
Fantasy accents.
It's fantasy accents, mate.
Isn't that how the Australian accent came to be? You applied heat to the British accent.
I mean,
it's like
Pretty sure that's
applied
it.
heat.
Yeah.
So step 1, get lost in the desert.
Step 0, be British.
Yeah, you're correct. That would actually be step 1. Oh boy.
So, the captain has gone off to seek help. Yamis is slowly declining. It is very hot.
the burning wood ship is definitely hotter, so I think we should get out of this area. So I'm gonna kind of signal up to where Trip is to say, like, I heard sounds like there's water over there. Let's go give Yamis a nice cool bath. An ice bath. It can help with recovery. You just submerge in ice for about a minute or two.
You gotta make sure you do it at 5 a.m.
Combine that.
I was definitely internally hoping that, like, when I told them there was water, that someone else would have a better plan. before they got to the top of a 300-foot hill.
Kind of seems like they've all latched onto your promise of water.
Yeah, that may be an issue.
Very trip.
We don't know that.
Hey, you know what? Honestly,
you can
take
trust me.
inspiration for that. That's very, like, in the lane of your character to see, like, a little bit of vegetation, promise water, and everybody's relying on that now. I love it.
Yeah. Come on, don't let him down this time.
Yeah, so I'm going to grab Yanis and start heading up that hill then. And,
Yep, go
alright.
for it.
So, where did you say the water was?
You all meet at the top of this and see essentially what he sees, rocks in the distance.
How far are the rocks
There is
apart?
no one.
There are clusters where big rocks are 300-400 feet apart, and then there are scattered rocks where you can see in the distance there might be a mile, 2 miles apart. I mean, they're pretty sparse considering the desert. There are also maybe more kind of hidden behind the rolling dunes. It's a pretty dynamic landscape.
So I can just tell that they're kind of scattered out in the distance. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to say that... so I had a good friend once that told me that when rocks were in this formation, that right in the center there would be a pool of water. So you see that big boulder down there? That's our guy.
All right, seems reasonable. And I'll start just walking that direction.
I love imagining the, like, servo motor sounds as you walk. I don't know. Before you get there, I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws for the heat.
Oh, boy.
Oh, jeez.
This is your first hour in the open heat. The DC is 16.
It's a 9.
Dirty 20.
I got
Oh, you said
Nat
con
20.
save.
Nice.
nat 20 with a +2, so 22.
So yeah, it's 21 for me.
Okay, so Mark, you take a point of exhaustion.
Dang.
Everybody else, it sucks, but you're holding out.
It's all the temperature training I've done. The heat's not really a big issue. Sauna, ice bath, sauna gets you ready for this kind of stuff.
As you get to the rocks, they fall and you all die.
Not even psychic damage, just straight dead?
Just dead.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
No, it's just Jamie. Oh, well, he's gone.
Shoot.
As you approach the rocks, Yamis kind of says, "Good find. These are protective from the elements a bit.
I thought you said there was water here.
Yeah, there definitely is. Yeah, and I kind of wander off. How large is this rock? Hopefully I picked a large rock.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's probably like 300 or 400 feet from one side to the other.
Okay.
And it's tall, maybe like 60, 80 feet up to varying degrees. And kind of approaching and searching around, you do find a little bit of like a cave entrance to it that is at the very least not in the sun. Kind of around the cave entrance and a little bit on the rocks, you do see kind of sparse green vegetation. It's not like lush, but it exists.
Kind of in reference to there being no water, I kind of go up the trip and pat him, big heavy pat on the back, say, "Hey, you aim for the moon, or aim for the stars, you end up at the moon." And and he doesn't get it, and I'm just like shade. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? Get Yamis in the shade over there.
Did you say that was like the entrance to a small cave?
Yeah.
Like we can't tell potentially how deep this cave is.
Not standing outside of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna just continue the lie until something good happens or it stops entirely. Yeah. See, look, it even has the cave. Yeah, this is definitely exactly what we're looking for. Yeah, we got to go inside, and we're gonna take our first left, and then the water should be right there.
How did you see the water from...
No, I just trusted the formation.
Yamis
My
comes
good
in.
friend said that when you have a rock on the left and then a rock about 100 yards straight and then two more on the right, you pick the middle rock.
It's basic geology, buddy.
Yeah. Come on, don't
Yeah.
you know a guy?
Yamis says, he's right. Look at the striations on the wear pattern in the rock. There used to be waterway through here.
There's probably water in there.
See, he's pretty important. We should be nice to that guy next time, Jamie. What are you doing?
I'm
Yeah.
being nice to him.
You asked how important he was.
Tough love.
Just be careful. The vegetation may not be safe to eat.
Yamas, how long have you been out in this type of environment? You seem to know a lot.
Yeah, I've crossed the desert several times. Not always on airship. Occasionally on horseback and various means, but had to survive a night or two in a cave. Done it before, can do it again.
You mentioned not to eat some of this vegetation. Which ones?
Most of them are poisonous in the desert.
I knew that. Sorry, forgot.
Yamis was like looking at you, waiting for you to say something else, and then just kind of like nods off for a second.
It's all right there, mate. And I'll kind of tap him on the head a little bit.
As you're
All right,
carrying.
Stay with us. And I'll start kind of
Yes.
walking to that cave.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So, as you get into the cave, your eyes kind of adjust to the darkness a bit, and you do see a little bit more vegetation in here. It's certainly good shelter from the elements. Yamis also warns it is the most likely place to find desert wildlife, so to just be careful in case. Kind of moving into the cave and curving off to the left, you don't see an oasis of water, but you see mud, like just a little back corner that has a bit of mud. Otherwise, the cave kind of goes up and off to one side. There's an area behind you that kind of has another like smaller offshoot to it. For now, you have found shelter.
Oh, see, well, someone just must have beat us to it because, I mean, it's such a popular vacation spot. So, we should have just been a little bit faster next time. So if we could pick up the pace.
Jamie's gonna kind of look around and just be very intrigued and look for any like footsteps, see if anybody's like been around recently, see if there's any signs of life.
Sure. Give me a investigation or perception check, your choice.
All right, that's a 22
22.
on a investigation.
Do you like climb up into one of the kind of cave offshoots, or are you just looking in the kind of this main area that you're in?
Just wherever you can get a good vantage point.
Okay. So kind of clambering up a little bit to some rocks that kind of look out over this open area that everybody is kind of gathered in where the mud is. You see a little bit of a smaller cave comes off to the side. You do see, it kind of looks like it was intended to be like a small nest, but because of the desert foliage and things like that, it's very sparse. It's mostly just like sand and rock and a couple of twigs. And you see these kind of strange looking eggs that are piled in this nest.
I'm gonna go over and look at the eggs, try to figure out more about them, see like what's the shell color,
Yeah.
do they look like, I'm gonna pick one up and try to shake it around a
They're
little
like
bit.
like the size of a golf ball. Picking it up, it's a little bit slimy, but hard to tell what it is exactly.
Okay. I'm going to take them all and wrap them in like fabric and
Yeah.
kind of pack them into my bag
Okay.
because I might want to cook them up later.
Okay. Cool. You all kind of set up a little bit of a makeshift camp in here with the very limited supplies that you have. Yamis rests against a wall and instructs. He seems to be pretty knowledgeable about just kind of like basic survival stuff, and essentially says, so the ship's emergency beacon is our most reliable hope for rescue. If someone knows to look for it, by the time they're at the horizon, they should see it.
Yanis, let's say we go deeper into this cave here, right, to try to find you some water. Will that still transmit to the transponder if we go deeper, or should we leave this at the entrance and say, like with a message in the mud, go that way?
We certainly should not set up the beacon in the cave. It would be blocked by all the rock. We should find an elevated position to set it up so it's not blocked by the rock and sand around us.
So can I offer to take the beacon back to the top of that hill that we just came down? And definitely while I'm doing that, I'm going to check like the nearest 2 or 3 rocks and hope to God that they have water.
Wise idea. We should make sure that we utilize that sending stone when we have the chance, but setting up the beacon certainly can't hurt.
Okay, then I'm just going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head out to go basically up to a big tall dune and set that beacon up. While you're out doing that, do you want to use the sending stone to call for assistance?
Yeah. We only get 1 charge though, right? 1.
Yeah. Sending
Okay.
stones reset at dawn. So you get 25 words out, they get 25 words back. And then you have to wait until the next sunrise before it can be used again on either end. And they said that it was going to some kind of it was marked in the thing that it's going to some kind of like airship, skyship emergency dispatch.
And it's only 25 words. for this
25
one.
words.
Okay. Hi. Airship down. 4 stranded.
5.
1
Deceased.
nearing death. Send help near rocks and cave.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, do I have more?
Yes.
Anything
You have
else?
11 more words.
More words?
Use them wisely.
You
What else
could
do
get
we
an
need to
ad
say?
in there probably.
Apparently we
An
all
ad?
talk through,
Yeah.
like cavemen through sending stones.
Is there anything else that we need to? No. Is there anything else that we need to add in that?
Yeah, definitely like the
Need
cave,
water.
the rock below the emergency beacon or something like that.
Airship. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
you know,
Follow the
Uh,
plume of billowing smoke from the downed airship. Or
well, if they come tomorrow and it's
That's
out,
true.
then near beacon. How many paces from the ship are we? The airship are we?
Could be the better part of a mile
Okay,
away.
30 minutes. Whatever direction we are from, is it south or
Southwest.
great? Southwest of crash site. Need water.
You got one more word if you want it.
Thank you. I mean, thanks.
Dig it. Think.
the most polite caveman ever.
They're like sitting there waiting with bated breath as like, is she gonna finish the sentence? Yeah, you very quickly hear, we hear you. We'll get a rescue ship dispatched quickly. Be advised, big storms approaching from the west. Seek shelter.
Not that pot covered.
We're in the desert. I mean, how much shelter can we have from a
Looks
storm?
like we're stuck in here then. Better make the most of it.
Does it look like the mud gets like more waterier at all? No, it's just
No,
thick mud.
there's like one corner that just has mud. Yamas will let you know if you dig down in the mud, you can typically get like little sips of water. It's not going to be enough. It's going to be enough to kind of somewhat stave off dehydration, but it's not going to be enough long term. You're not going to survive here more than a day or two. You get back with the beacon, reconvening and kind of talking through this. Yamas warns you that once the storm rolls in, you probably want to check on the beacon or make sure that it's secured in a spot that the storm's not going to just take it away, because the sandstorms out here get bad. It will also make it harder to spot because by the time you're at distance, all the sand between the beacon and something else adds up to that like 2 feet of stone that would typically block the signal. So they're going to have to be closer than on the horizon to see it.
Didn't you say the rock that that we were on was like pretty tall too?
Yeah.
Is it sloped in any way that someone would be able to access the top?
You could climb it. Yeah, you could like kind of clamber from plateau to plateau. It's not like a steep, like totally vertical rock face, but it's also not like there's a path that goes up.
I'm gonna kind of say to the others, like, I mean, it's good you got that signal out, but I mean, how much should we really trust these federal agencies to do their job in a timely manner? Should be leaving this stuff to the free market.
Do you suggest that we do something different than wait around for help?
Yeah, we take our fate into our own hands and go look for water. See if we could we could set up like a little commune here if we need to for a little while. We just got to find water, got to find some supplies, materials, maybe create some shelters, live off the land. You can do that. I like to do that once a year. I like to go out into the wilderness, just live off the land, do some hunting. It's a really, meditative type of experience. So I say we try to do that.
Yeah, the scorching hot desert seems like the perfect place to live off the land.
Hey, for the record, we did find water exactly where I said we'd find water. So
Wait, there's no water.
Just make note of that. There's I didn't say I did not specify how much water.
And I found these duck eggs.
Not wrong.
And I just kind of pull one out and crack it. So you see, we already found some water and just kind
When
of
you
slurp it.
Crack it.
Oh.
It is not a bird egg. You crack it open, and they're kind of in the goo. There's like a half-formed. Not sure if it's an insect or something. Almost looks kind of spider-like.
Is there any like liquid still left in it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
kinda.
taste it still.
It
a
tastes
little bit.
horrible.
Horrible in like a sour way or in like a bitter way?
Sour.
Yeah.
He was less excited about sour than bitter.
You all watch him like crack, more like squeeze open this egg, like almost like pop it, and start to slurp it, and it's just you all kind of smell like a weird acrid stench to it. Yamis says, "It's probably not good for you."
I'm gonna take all the eggs out and throw them on the ground and stomp on them.
Look, after your tantrum is over, our best bet is the beacon, staying in place, getting it set up, waiting for rescue. I'll be honest, I might need more than rest. Moving across the desert, not wise in my condition. I say we spend the night here. They can get to us by morning.
I'm cool with that.
Rest for now, and see what we can do. Yamis sneezes.
You need a tissue.
Bless
Need a
you.
tissue, I think, Giannis. And since I just jumped off the ship, do I still have all my gear on me? I didn't like lose
So,
anything.
not what was in your backpack. That would still have been kind of like set about in the ship. But just whatever else you were carrying in your pockets, things like that.
Okay. Like my weapons I have.
Yeah.
Cool.
You don't have things like bedrolls, rations, water skins, that kind of stuff.
So, did anyone search for any of that?
I found some rope.
That's it?
I was
That's
carrying
about all I
Giannis.
found. We fell out of like a very long way to the ground. I don't think anything survived.
I was carrying Yanis, so I didn't really have a chance to look around or anything.
Yeah, I mean, the ship has this container built in that's like a big thing of water that recirculates it, right? So it's a self, like cleaning system, but that would have burst the second that ship hit the ground. So all the water, clean or unclean, is probably seeping into the sand right now.
Can I step outside of the cave and kind of get a glimpse of when the storm is going to be kind of coming through? Like, do we have enough time to get back and forth?
Certainly. You guys kind of spend the rest of the afternoon seeing what you can find, foraging supplies,
Yep.
doing a little bit of recon in the distance. At the moment, the sky looks clear. It does not, there's no indication of a storm, except for the fact that often the kind of, high pressure, low pressure gradient causes a super clear day the day before a big storm. If you hadn't heard that, you'd have no idea.
Sun's kind of starting to set,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Yamis. So, any ideas why that ship blew up?
I suppose I was tinkering and got excited with your wooden friend. Wanted to prove I don't know, and maybe I just got foolish.
He doesn't seem to be really sure, but he's blaming himself.
I'm trying to figure out if this was like sabotage, right? Because if this is something, I'm starting to get a little skeptical of the log over there.
I can assure you he had nothing to do with it. He was a perfectly good student, soaked up every word.
I mean, what are the odds of this though? I mean, these are safer than horse-drawn carriages technically, based on the data. So what are the chances that one of these goes down when we're on this high-status mission to make a lot of money? There's probably other players here that want this Ethereum.
Yamis drifts into sleep.
He's faking it.
He's like fading in and out and kind of fades out. He's been doing this throughout the afternoon, and is getting a little less coherent as you go.
We definitely should have taken yours.
I know. It was being serviced.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, did you see those purple flames when...
I did, yes. Definitely seemed to be of the arcanic nature. It didn't seem to be, natural beyond those means, at least.
Could that have anything, like...
To see how he's doing, at least, it's not something that I can really help out with. I need to be a little bit more attached to the arcanic nature of things, at least. Come back to me in a couple of years and I might be able to help, but for now, definitely no.
Oh yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. We'll just wait a few years. No worries.
I need to get on that, that grind, as you say.
As the long hours of sitting in shelter waiting for rescue go on and day turns to night, is there anything else that you all would like to do before you kind of hit the nighttime, start your long rest?
I think that I'm going to re-up Yanis with some lay hands. I'm going to give him 5 more hit points to kind of keep him steady, at least.
Yep.
Can we, you mentioned being able to, like, get some of the water from mud. Yeah. I'll go ahead and dig and give pawfuls and then lap.
Yeah. As far as being able to forage water and whatever scraps of rations you might have had in your pockets, I will say this. There is only enough that you can gather that one of you can take a full long rest. Everyone else can get short rests, but throughout the night, only one of you. So you can figure out who you'd like that to be. Worth thinking about. Maybe you all take a short rest first or something and figure out, but it's up to you.
I'm okay with everyone taking a short rest at least, but, I'm a little bit more tired than the rest of you are right now.
Actually, I will say, because you don't need to eat or drink, you can have a long rest either way. So it's you and one other character who will get a long rest.
Okay.
The other 2 will get short rests.
Who's getting sleepy with me?
I'm totally fine with staying awake with just having a short rest. I have a lot of long nights at the office. I'm used to this. Yeah. I'll just do my journaling, my affirmations. I'll be good to go.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll stay up stretching. I think we let the cat sleep.
Oh, thank you.
Cat nap.
So, as you all kind of find places to rest through the night, it's restless. The sleep doesn't come super easily. It's still fairly hot from the ambient heat, although the desert does cool significantly at night. And sometime in the middle of the night, everyone, tell me your passive perception.
Does that include
It's
us
gonna
too?
be
Because we're...
everybody.
Okay.
15.
11.
Passive is 10.
14.
So, Trip, you notice this before anyone else. There's kind of a a strange sound. It's hard to like. It's like a and a little bit of a rustling, scurrying, chittering almost. And whatever restless sleep you may or may not have been getting in this moment of wakefulness, you realize you are not alone in some capacity. Look around. Mark is in stasis. Kimmy is curled up, like did her whole thing, like plodding around in circles a couple times just to curl in the corner. Jamie is, I don't know, doing push-ups or something.
He's giving a speech to the
He's
wall.
doing a hit workout.
What do you do in response to this sound?
I mean, did I see said thing?
It's pretty dark. Not necessarily. The only ambient light is like the bright moon and starlight outside the cave that's kind of filtering in. So you can see in here in like shadows a little bit, but it's fairly dark, so you don't see anything.
Well, whatever it is sounds edible, so I'm definitely curious. Are we kind of like, are we in a dead end of the cave, or did we kind of stay in the middle before it splits off? Where did we end up
Kind of a middle main area before it fully splits off.
Jamie, did you hear that?
Oh no, sorry, I was breathing hard. I was working out.
Oh, yeah. So there's definitely something edible that way.
Like a plant or
No, like an animal.
let me get my gun. So I kind
Yeah,
of
that would be helpful. Yeah.
I kind of go over and grab my big blunderbuss, which is very I just kind of propped up against the edge of the cave, on the side of the cave, loaded, and just pick it up and kind of start walking through the dark cave with a blunderbuss.
Jamie
Sure,
sounds
yeah.
like Gaston.
Yeah, you walk over to the cave, and it's a little bit in the direction where you found those eggs. And as you walk up to that side of the wall, you hear that sound. You both hear it this time. The like, and all of a sudden you feel this presence in front of you that shoves you both back. I need you both to make strength checks against this. And from
That's not
here,
good.
we will actually go ahead and
17.
roll initiative.
Oh, damn it. That's a 15.
So my strength save with a 17.
And a 15.
Yep.
Both of those, and you can now see there is a map in the middle. Both of those definitely save. So you both get like shoved by this creature that's now in front of you, and I need everybody to roll initiative as you are being the two of you wake up in this moment. So you like pop awake, and you can go ahead and roll initiative for me as well.
Cool.
I got an 18.
It's
What
gonna
else
be
we got?
a 10 for Mark.
10 for Mark.
He's a little drowsy.
Kimmy,
It's a 6 for me.
6.
That's a 6.
And Trip.
That's an 8.
We jump right in with, at the top of the order, Jamie. You are right here, and this giant spider creature that is huge is like chittering up in front of you. You see it's like pincers, and it's right there up on you. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna drop my blunderbuss, whip out my rapier, and attack.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 9.
A 9 decidedly does not hit.
All right. Can I? Does it have? If I were to try to run away, it would.
It would get an
Would give me-
opportunity
okay.
attack. Yes.
Yeah, I want to use my gun. So.
So your rapier used your action already.
Oh, I
You've
mean,
got-
next turn.
Oh, okay.
So
Next
I do
time.
want to accept the attack of opportunity and run
Okay.
back, like 20 feet, maybe.
Okay.
Not towards the waking ones, but I do want to kind of draw away from Yanis, so kind of towards kind of the back corner.
Okay. I will also say you do, if you would like, you've got 2-weapon fighting. If you want to make your if you want to do a bonus action strike with your dagger from your
Yeah.
offhand before you move.
Okay,
It
yeah.
would take your bonus action, but
That's
up to
yeah.
you.
I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and just make a dagger attack.
So 15.
A 15 hits.
Okay.
Roll your dagger damage without the extra modifier, so it's just a d4.
So 3.
Sweet.
Take that, you gross, disgusting spider thing. I killed your children already. You have nothing to live for.
Sweet. So you are moving across the cave and going to get the attack of opportunity. About how far did you want to go?
As far as I can, as far as so 30 feet.
Okay. Yeah. That'll get you, if you want, I mean, kind of like over here by the mud.
Yeah, so I want to bring it into the mud. Those pins, those leg things. Like
Gotcha.
I feel like it'll be hard to walk in that.
Cool. Sweet. It gets its attack of opportunity against you, which it is definitely going to use. That is going to be a 13 to hit against your AC.
Where's my AC here, Dom? Oh, 9. Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Your AC is 9?
Yeah.
Are you...
I was like, are you wearing armor right
you may
now?
have forgotten to wear your armor.
I have leather armor equipped.
And your AC is still 9? That is because his dex is -2.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I'm staying far away from
How
the
did you
fighting.
win so many fights?
So a 13 definitely hits. Oh my god.
It's not about how you get hit. It's about how you get hit and keep on going.
That's wise words. So you take 8 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
That's a 13.
Okay, a 13 saves, so you're going to take half damage on this. That is going to be 18 points of poison damage,
What?
halved to 9. That, I believe, ends your turn, which brings us to Mark with the spider on deck.
Okay, I'm going to kind of step in between the spider and Mr. James Ballard Buchanan. And I'm going to slash at this thing with my great axe in hand.
Okay, you got it.
That would be not that good to hit. That's going to be an 11 to hit.
11 misses.
Okay. And then I'm going to stand there with my shield.
I believe you have a second attack per
Do I?
action.
Oh, I
Yes,
do
you
have an
can
extra
two
attack. Yeah.
attacks per action.
So I'm going to
New characters.
Yeah. So I'm going to swing again at him.
All right.
That time with a 25 to hit.
A 25 definitely hits.
Perfect. Okay, you like to see that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with a divine smite as well.
Nice.
So I'm gonna roll an extra 2d8 along with my damage. 22 damage.
22. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Describe your hit to
Yeah.
me.
So I think the first time I'm like swinging down at him and then just kind of barely miss him and then, just slash up at him and kind of like slice up at his jaw or something.
Nice.
And then in the, I guess like the return of my pose,
Yeah.
stand in front of him with my shield up.
Sweet. As you slice and stand back, it immediately lurches towards you with a bite attack. That is going to be
Try.
a natural 1.
Let's go.
It bit its own lip.
In its own lip.
Bleeding out from it.
It is going to then shift, and you hear that sound again as it disappears in front of you. You get the sense that it's still there, but it has kind of phase shifted out of the material plane into kind of an ethereal space. Behind you, you hear another shift as another one comes in and will
Jeez.
attack you from behind, Mark.
Oh no.
That is going to be a natural 20.
Dang it.
So,
Hate to see it.
for the regular bite damage,
That's a
that
lot
is
of
going to be
dice.
9.
of dice.
It was mostly me fumbling with dice.
Okay.
They slipped. 9 points of piercing damage, and I need a con save.
Con save. Okay, I'm good at con. right? I think so.
Oh my god.
Oh, never mind. That's gonna be a 3. Oh, that was a lot more dice.
That was a lot more. There was no fumble there.
Those won't get doubled on a crit because that's a save on your end. So that's just going to be 13 points of poison damage.
Still not looking good. Wait, hold on.
Don't you have
Yeah, I have advantage on being poisoned
Oh, you
because
already
of
made
my
the save.
constructed resilience.
Right. Okay. So yes, roll again.
Okay.
You did not make the save, and now.
Okay, that would be a 13 that
Okay.
time.
So that makes the save. 13 points halved
good.
to 6, so you take 6 points
Yeah.
of poison damage. Are you resistant to poison damage by any chance?
I don't think so.
Okay. Actually, you are. You
I
have
am.
resistance to poison, so that 6 is
First
halved
time playing
to
a Warforged.
3.
Okay.
At the
don't
top of this kind of rock formation in front of you, a third one comes in, and as it does its jaunt, it's going to kind of clamber down the rocks toward Jamie, who is running away, and get about there. So, that is the situation that we are in. It is now Trip.
Ay, ay, ay. Now there's 2 of them, right?
Yes, and the third that went invisible,
Okay.
or, well, plane shifted.
I was gonna say those are very different things because I will still shoot a crossbow at something invisible.
Yeah, it didn't look like invisibility you've seen before. It looked
Gone.
more like a plane shift.
Okay. I'm going to start with my bonus action.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my crossbow expert to make a hand crossbow attack.
Cool. On which one?
The one that is closest, so I can use stealth attack.
Yeah, go for it.
So that's a 13.
13 will hit. So roll your damage and sneak attack damage because Mark is also next to it.
So that'll be 15.
15 damage?
Yep.
Nice.
Immediately after, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my rapier and kind of lunge at that same one.
Cool.
So that's a 20, not
20.
natural.
Yep, 20 hits. Roll that damage. You only get sneak attack once per turn. So it'll just be the weapon damage.
So that's 3 plus 4, 7. I also forgot to give you the plus of piercing
Okay.
on the hand crossbow.
Go ahead.
So it's plus 4. So both are plus 4 piercing. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to just jet out away from it.
Cool.
Who's next to me right there?
Mark.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of just go slightly behind Mark and towards the wall.
Toward this wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use me as a shield. I got you.
Yeah, he's a giant piece of bark.
Something roguey means you don't get opportunity attacked.
Yeah.
After you
Fancy
attack,
footwork.
right? That's it.
Yeah.
Fancy footwork.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
sweet.
I like that.
I will remember that.
Swashbuckler Road, baby.
All right, that brings us to the bottom of our initiative order with Kimmy. You wake up to these spider things, and everybody jumps into action. And you see a spider attack and shift out of this plane. You see 2 more shift in. What are you doing?
Okay, well, first up, I think Kimmy's a little frazzled at the fact that most spiders that she sees, she, likes to play with a little bit before she, tries to, throw in wrath. Anyways, and so I'm going to go ahead and run over and flank with Mark there.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and do 2 cat's claws on him. The spider, not Mark. Great. That's a 17 plus 7. That
Yes,
hit?
that hits.
Great, okay. 6 points on the first one. I'm going to do my second attack. Oh, that's another 17. Plus 7.
Another. Wait. Oh, yes, that hits. I thought that was damage. I was like, whoa.
No. And then a 6 plus 4, 10 on the second hit.
Damage. Nice.
Nice.
At that point, you come in with your claws and just, and this thing looks scarier than it feels. It reminds you of the texture of those spiders that you do like to play with, and it very easily just kind of, and it kind of shreds and shrivels up on the ground, dead.
Oh,
Let's go.
That one is dead.
all right. Oh, yay.
That was the same one that I had attacked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys did a lot to that one really quickly.
Let's go.
Sick. I still have my bonus action. Do I have enough movement to make it over to
Yeah.
that one too, or no?
Yeah. Don't you have?
I have 40.
You have 40. You definitely have enough movement to get over there.
Then yeah, I'll get over there and I will do a nice kick to the side of this thing.
Nice.
That's 3 plus 7, so that's probably gonna miss. That's 10.
Yeah, that misses. Cool. Any, are you doing flurry of blows or no?
No, because that was.
That was your bonus action. You could, if you spend a key point, you could do one more.
Yeah, why not?
Sure. Okay.
Key point. So just one more attack.
Yep.
Okay. You give another kick, and that's going to be a 9 plus 7.
That definitely hits.
6 plus 4, so another 10.
10 points. Cool. Yeah, you slice it, and bug juice is coming out. But that's the first hit on that one. Cool. That brings us to the top of the round 2 with Jamie.
All right. So as I was running away, I'd like kind of grabbed my blunderbuss,
Yep.
picked it up. So now I'm gonna aim it at it and attack.
Okay, go for it.
So what did you say?
A d20 and add your dex to try to hit.
Oh, cool. So -2. Nice.
Yep.
Okay. A nat 20
Oh my god.
for an 18.
Let's go.
That will hit.
Yeah.
So
Let's go.
we said it was 2d8, so roll 4d8. You can have some extras if you want.
All right.
How many do you have over there?
Here, I'll just roll them one at a time. 8. 7. 6.
He did not make that up.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay,
Wow.
so
crap,
that's a
dude.
total of 26.
I'll take
So
it.
you do 26 points of damage to that. Holy crap.
Let's go, dude.
Please roll me a d20 to see if your blunderbuss explodes in your face.
Okay.
I hope
It will explode on a 1.
It's a 12.
Okay, 12. You are safe. It will take you an action to reload it if you want to use it again.
Cool.
And next time it explodes on a 2 or lower. You just and pepper this thing with all of the like shot that's in there. And Kimmy, you like see this just like shotgun blast as it rips through the spider and kind of sprays you with goo.
I'm okay.
Any bonus actions from you, Jamie?
I'm gonna chill.
Okay. Then that brings us to Mark.
Oh, goody. Okay. I'm going to run over and assist on moitering that spider over there.
Okay. You have enough movement if you'd like. You could flank with Kimmy for advantage on your attack.
Gladly.
Cool. So yeah, you guys are across from each other. Go for it.
That's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
All right, and I'm going to do a little bit more divine smite and sacrifice another spell slot.
Go for it.
But I'm going to sacrifice a second level spell slot to do 3d8 additional
Woo!
damage.
All right. Go for it.
All right, so I'm going to do this.
And what's the
this,
weapon you're using again?
A great axe.
Okay, great axe.
There it is. Yeah. Oop. So it's an 8, 4, 4, and 8. So
24.
24 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Let's go. Honestly, I think as soon as Mr. James Ballard Buchanan fires off, that's when I kind of sprint in there, and I just cleave down right on like the nape of its neck.
Nice. You just you chop it, and the body kind of shrivels back and bounces on the ground, and you now see Kimmy across from you, just like covered in bug guts. You're now covered in bug guts. The whole place is disgusting. This one is also dead now.
And then I'll just give Mr. James Ballard Buchanan a big old thumbs up.
Sweet. From there, any bonus actions or anything else you'd like to do?
Could I ready a second attack, or does it have to be the full action?
I would say you could ready that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ready my second attack in case something comes up.
Okay. Under what conditions would that happen? Just like any hostile being in melee range?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Cool. Lastly, you have a few more feet of movement if you want to maneuver at all.
I'll go ahead and can I get over right next to Kimmy at all or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stand right next to her.
You got it. Sweet. Okay. It is now the spider's turn. The one that phased out before is going to phase back in. Is right next to you. So it is going to go ahead and do a bite attack on you. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Ooh, that hits.
Okay. 8 points of piercing damage, and I need a con save against poison.
I'm going to take Uncanny Dodge as my reaction to half that.
Okay.
I think I'm good at that. I am good at that. The dice are not good at that. That'll be a 14.
14 saves, so you... the damage was 18, you take half. You take 9 points of poison damage.
Would it half the poison, though? Because I technically halved the bite from the Uncanny Dodge.
Yeah, I feel like I would allow Uncanny Dodge to kind of have that as well, so have to 4.
Half the venom, half the pain.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I got one fang in you.
I'm not trying to beat up on you guys too much.
Not yet.
I'm pretty hurt.
Then finally, another from across the cave as a fourth one comes in and moves straight towards
Oh no.
Yamis,
I hate to see it.
who is like lying on the ground, half awake, and it just takes a big chunk out of him, and you watch as Yamis has an AC. It's not that high. Yes, you watch as it just takes a chunk out of him, and Yamis goes unconscious. Now we are at Trip with Kimmy on deck.
He's right next to me, right?
Yes, he is right.
To stab him in the face first with my rapier.
Go for it.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Can I sneak attack that?
Yeah, for sneak attack.
Alright, so that would be 1. That's 9, 11, 19, plus 4. So 23.
23 total.
Yep. And then I'm going to go ahead and step back out of the way because I've hit him with a melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use my hand crossbow for my bonus action.
Cool.
What, 14?
14
No,
hits.
15. Yeah.
15 also hits.
Sweet. Excellent.
Sorry, 14 hit, but sorry, 15.
Yeah, 15 that's
does
too
not
much.
hit. It's got a weird AC. I don't know how that works. So that's a 6 for damage.
That is enough to do it. How do you want to kill this thing?
So I'm definitely gonna like stab it straight in the face with the rapier, and then as I kind of pull back, it lets me step back, and I do lose my footing, and I kind of roll backwards. But as I do, I let the hand crossbow fly just right at like its throat area.
Yeah, you and it just kind of drops to the ground, and is no longer part of this world or the other one that it inhabited.
Just like its babies.
Just like its babies.
Is that why this happened?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Whoops.
Moving on to Kimmy.
Okay. Do I see that? I'm assuming I see that
Yeah.
big spider come in. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and run towards it, and go ahead and give it a couple of whacks. I'm assuming, yeah. Okay, that's 15 plus 7. I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
16 plus 7 also hits. Okay. 8 and 5.
Okay.
13.
So 13.
And I'm going to go ahead and do a flurry of blows on this one as well and do 2 more. Give it a couple of nice, like, jump in the air and let my feet do a double kick.
Yeah,
These
go for
next
it.
2. That's a 12 plus 7, and then a 2 plus 7, so that second one probably doesn't hit.
But the 12 with the 15 does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's 5 plus 4, 9.
9 more points of damage. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. That brings us to the top of the next round with Jamie.
Oh, yeah.
So all 3 of the spiders up here are
gone.
deceased. The one over there next to Yamis and Kimmy is still up, and Kimmy is beaten up on it.
I'm going to run over to Yamis. Yeah, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
That'll get him out of being
Yep.
unconscious, right?
Yep.
Cool. All right. And then that's my action,
Okay.
correct? Then I'm going to turn to face the creature and kind of shout at it. Not an actual, vicious mockery. I'm not going to use that, but, half there.
Okay. What are you shouting? if you got an idea.
I mean, it's probably just repeating what I've been saying all battle. Like, your babies are dead. You have nothing to live for. Run. Get out of here. Your friends are dead now, too.
You're broke.
Yeah, you're broke. You're broke.
Any bonus actions or
No.
no? Okay, sweet. That brings us to Mark.
All right, I'm going to kind of follow suit and try to sprint into that battle that's over there.
Okay.
And I'll probably stand just to the right of Kimmy there. From there, do I get advantage or no?
No.
Okay, so I'm just going to do standard attack then.
Yep.
That would be a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
All right, and then second attack, that's going to be a even worse, a 10 to hit.
Yeah. So 2 misses. Any
Yeah.
bonus actions?
Bonus action, could I push it? Kind of like, oh wait, no, I can't do that. Yeah, I think just,
What game do you think we're playing?
I don't know.
No, actually, I mean, I kind of like the bonus action shove, but that's,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just kind of stand with my shield up and probably just kind of mimic Mr. James Ballard Buchanan over there and then just start, yelling at it. Yeah,
Nice.
you are broke.
It does not seem to understand you guys yelling. However, it is going to do a bite attack at Jamie.
Can I use my reaction to invoke disadvantage with my protection? As my
You
protection
certainly
paladin?
can. Yeah. It's much worse now that you did that. An 11 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
He's still got an AC of 9.
That doesn't help.
I tried.
All right. That is going to be 10 points of piercing damage and a Constitution saving throw, please.
Maybe I should have saved that cure wounds.
For yourself.
Yeah. That's an 8.
You don't seem
And the
like
8
a
on the
hind-
con save?
Yep.
You don't seem like a hindsight kind of guy.
You take 19 points of poison damage.
Alright, so my HP is at a 2.
Oh, no.
It's not dead.
This will be the greatest story.
As a bonus action, it is going to plane shift to the ethereal plane.
Again. Oh, this was a different one though.
It's a bonus action for them. They
Wow.
can shift in on one turn and out on the next turn.
Well, this is awkward. Can I go hide in the... I mean, is there a bush big enough that I can kind of conceal myself?
Kinda.
Kinda. I don't like that.
Got any potions?
No, I have some rope, and I think some more rope, and a rapier and a hand crossbow and some arrows. That is it. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot I can do except for I'm gonna move kind of back towards the entrance as far as I can.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Kimmy,
But it's not here anymore.
it has shifted to the ethereal plane for this turn.
Cool. Can I ready the dodge and also ready an action? Or no? Because it's a bonus action.
If you use the key point to make it a bonus action, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spend the key point, dodge is a bonus action, and then you're readying an action
Yes.
in addition to that.
Yes.
Presumably some attack if it comes back within range.
Yes.
Okay.
Could I ready my hand crossbow? And I was thinking that it was only melee, but it's
Yeah.
like 120 feet, which is like the whole cave.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll
Totally.
just end with that. Then I kind of got my, put a new arrow in.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm gonna
Jamie?
cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 points of healing.
Hey. Anything 5 points is 5 points.
It is. Yeah. Nope, that's it.
Cool. All right.
Could I use my movement?
Yes.
Okay.
Where would you like to move?
I would like to move on the other side of Yanis.
Other side of Yanis, yeah.
Yeah.
Like there?
Yeah, like next to him. Well, I'm afraid like it's gonna like pop back and be like on top of me. If it's, I'm gonna stay right there. Yeah.
Okay. Mark?
Okay. I'm going to move right next to Mr. James Ballard Buchanan. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Yanis. And then, since that's my bonus action to cast Sanctuary as Paladin, and then I'm going to lay hands on Mr. James Ballard Buchanan with the rest of my lay hands.
Okay. Got
So you heal 15.
15. Wow. Maybe you're. I'm glad the king sent you along with me after all.
it. And with that, it is going to phase back in, triggering the 2 attack actions from the 2 of you. So go ahead and roll those for me.
So 14.
That didn't count.
14 hits.
Okay.
14.
Also hits.
Also 7.
7 points from
Yes.
each of you.
Oh no.
Oh,
Wait, was I got two attacks for that one.
okay. So 7 points of damage from you.
Yes.
19 in total.
19.
Yes. Wait, did I do that math right? Yeah. 10. 1 plus 5. I mean, 1 plus 4 is 5. Plus 4. No, 5 plus. I lied. Hold on. Now I'm confused.
Killed it.
10.
We could just
5.
say 50.
15.
We could
It's
just say 50.
50. It's
15.
dead.
15.
It's dead.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
Well.
The 2 of you
Yeah,
together.
we do this together.
I'm gonna kind of give it the cool guy. I'm gonna be like really worried about, the guy that was about to die. So I'm gonna be looking down at him, and I'm gonna hear it shift in, and kind of just give it the cool guy.
It pops in. It shifts in. You fire off your crossbow, get a couple of slashes in, and this thing immediately just kind of flops to the floor and is no longer.
Woo!
That'll do it for the spiders. And that is the end of our combat.
Woo!
Where I think we should go ahead and take a few minutes of break. Come back and keep going.
Heck
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Sweet.
Oh, hey! Didn't see you there. Hey, Nick here, the editor and producer of the one-shot you've been watching so far. And if you made it this far into the video, congratulations. You've just earned yourself the obligatory YouTuber call to action ad break. Which means you know what time it is. It's time to smash that subscribe button. Why did I say it like that? If you've been enjoying what you've watched so far, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel so that way we can make more long-form content like this in the future. We've really been enjoying this kind of stuff, so yeah, please consider it. Speaking of subscriptions, PocketBard, the interactive music and sound app for tabletop role-playing games, has a premium subscription which gives you access to sci-fi, seafaring, horror, and of course, our newly released Desert Collection. We are constantly expanding and growing this catalog of music, so if you want even more out of it, I have good news. We're going to be expanding our Desert Collection in the coming weeks to include 3 brand new desert scenes. That's going to include Relic, Bazaar, and Mirage, so please stay tuned for that. Later on this year, you can also look forward to our Cyberpunk collection, expanding our existing horror collection, and even later this year, we're finally going to release our emotion-based music. And if you're not already subscribed to PocketBard, now is a great time to get in because we just lowered our annual price from $70 a year down to $50 USD. This subscription, in addition to giving you access to a huge catalog of music that's constantly growing, also helps us support our free version of the app, so that way everyone has an ad-free, immersive audio experience. It also allows us to continue to expand and improve our existing free content, just like the Tavern Collection that we just released, which was our first foray into live instruments and a live vocalist that you can switch on and off. If you haven't given it a try, you really should. I know this whole campaign is one giant ad for PocketBard, but really, if you haven't given it a try, you definitely should. All the music in PocketBard is royalty free, which means that you can be just like us and use our music for your own campaigns and put it out on the internet royalty-free, no questions asked. I think that just about does it for announcements. I really do have to get back to editing this video. It's coming out in like 15 hours, and I'm like not exaggerating. It's actually the night before it's due, so lots of work to do, not a lot of time to do it. So anyway, enjoy part 2.
Welcome back, everyone. Our party finds themselves in a cave in the middle of the desert, seeking shelter from the oppressive heat after having crash landed in their skyship. Captain Irjami, the noble and steadfast captain of the ship, has run across the desert to find help. You've called in on a sending stone to try to get a rescue skyship, but were warned that a large storm is looming and coming in. Before going to bed, you didn't really see signs of it outside, but that can sometimes be the case. The injured first mate of the ship, barely alive at this point, suffering from some sort of arcane injuries. You brought him, propped him up against a wall. He helped with a couple of survival things and really has made sure that you guys knew not to eat the things that you find, how to find water, and really anchor your survival skills in this situation. You also realized you only had enough rations for not full rests for everybody, so kind of started to get what rest you could, but were interrupted by a swarm of phase spiders attacking you in the middle of the night and attacking Yanis, further injuring him, but Mark was able to save him.
I saved him.
Jamie helped. You've taken a little bit of a beating. You are now just exhausted. How are you all doing on this night? One of the presumably the hardest nights of your lives.
Debatable. I'm feeling pretty good, honestly. That was like a thrill, you know. I'm usually just working with, you know, numbers and networking events, stuff like that. So getting back into the action was pretty thrilling. It felt like if I were to have, you know, a health bar or something, or hit points, like it would have been like at maybe 2 or something like that.
Yeah, like pretty down
bad.
there.
Yeah, but I made it back.
Cool.
Always do. Always will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with your 9 AC.
Yeah.
That's incredible to see.
Oh man.
Am I in bad enough shape you think that they would believe me if I told them I was perfectly fine, or would it be pretty obvious that I'm not?
You tell me.
Can I roll for it just to see?
I think you always look
deception.
like
Yeah, I do.
To convince everyone you're fine.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You all would, if you'd like, either use your passive
Oh,
insight
yeah,
or
okay.
roll insight if you're suspicious.
Oh, I'm rolling.
No.
I just
Okay.
take him.
You don't even have to roll. You see.
It's a
right through it.
28.
You
Oh,
have no. I mean, you can roll if you want.
wait, what?
I tried.
What is this?
19.
Does anybody
Insight.
even
Insight.
have a high enough insight to beat a 28?
A nat
No.
20.
Oh, no. Not a nat 20.
A nat
but-
20
you know.
would probably do it, right?
I don't usually do crits on skill checks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just saving throw attack rolls.
So I'm definitely just gonna piggyback off Jamie and be like, we've definitely been in worse. You know, remember that one time when we were in what was that town called? Glimmerhold?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, it was such a rough weekend. I hardly remember. But yeah, that I think my hangover the next day was worse than that fight. They like casually reach out and give him like a forearm bump.
They're such bros, man.
Right.
Normally it'd be 2 bracers, just. But yeah.
I think Kimmy's definitely feeling it at the moment, and her hair's a little like on edge. Little. Sorry, I'm looking at my list here of. Can I swear? Cat shit to do. I'm gonna start scratching on Mark as a scratch post.
At this point, Mark it's not the first time this kind of thing has happened. So he's just kind of accepting it, I think, reluctantly. But he'll kind of open up to anyone as like, does anybody else need any help or anything? I've got quite a bit of charms and spells and stuff that could help make anyone feel a little bit better.
If you're selling, I'm buying.
Sure.
Heal me up, buddy.
I'll cast Cure Wounds over on Mr. James Ballard
Didn't we just
Buchanan
get done telling this guy how fine we were, though?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I didn't. I mean, I said I was. I didn't say I was fine. I just said, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Been through worse.
Player Zach really wants to cast Zone of Truth right now to make sure that they actually tell me how they're feeling. But yeah, I'll go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on Sir James Ballard Buchanan.
Yeah, feel free to fill up those spell slots with healing me.
Oh yeah,
go for it.
I'll use my last 2 spell slots to kind of help out where I can. Does anybody else need any help or anything?
What should I put my? Do you need the roll?
Shoot, yeah, I gotta play D&D. That's an 8 health back to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Also, is it Yanis or Yamis? Because
Yamis.
Yamis. Okay.
I've been saying Yanis.
You have.
I'm sorry.
Is it Yanni or Laurel?
All right. I want to. The Yamis.
He gives a groan. You can see the arcane injuries mechanically have essentially been marching his hit point maximum down 5, 4, 3. He's probably at about 2 at this point, max HP.
Could I lesser restoration to kind of bring that back up a little bit more? Or is it only something that can be healed by a
Give me an
major?
Arcana check first.
Yeah. I gotcha. I just need okay. Ooh, 19 plus -1. That's 18.
18. He's not going to make it through the night.
Ooh. I mean, I already,
And that lesser restoration,
Yeah.
not going to work.
Yeah.
These are severe blast wounds from Arcanotech. It's dangerous stuff.
All right. At that point, I'll just outright say, realistically, he's gonna die by the morning. So.
Does he hear you
Yeah,
say
did you
this?
Yeah, yeah. I'm a realist, okay? Told you. I can't really do too much in terms of healing him if his AC or his max health is only 2. Will that kind of push it up a little bit so he stays conscious for at least most of the night at all, or no?
Do you want him to stay conscious?
Well, he's gonna die if he's not.
Yeah, but is...
You want him to die in his sleep
Yeah,
peacefully?
like,
Or-
nicely, like, just kind of,
Just
oh no, I never
prolong his
woke up.
suffering. Is that what you're saying?
Obligatory.
You're
I'm
gonna
not dead
prolong
yet.
his suffering.
Okay.
You'd prolong his suffering by keeping him conscious and quote
at the
unquote
same
well.
time, at the same time, we were asked to keep him alive. So whether that's mostly through the night, or as you're putting it, don't do anything and allow him
Well,
to die sooner.
To be fair, he probably shouldn't have trusted us. Or she? Was Captain a
Your
girl?
dummy? Yeah, she.
Yeah, she shouldn't have trusted us when Jamie asked how important he was.
Also,
And that was like, yeah.
Also, I told Kimi, I told you, don't overpromise and underdeliver.
Like, we gave him 2 bad signs right off the go. Like, that was her call.
Well, I haven't read your book yet, so I didn't know.
I thought everybody read my book. Bestseller list, you know that?
You haven't listened to his podcast?
I guess group decision here, and then I'm assuming he's kind of conked out at this
Yeah.
point. Do I do anything to help him or no?
Help him, meaning kill him?
Help him?
Put him out of his misery?
Oh my god.
No.
I mean, you said yourself he's not
a-
going to make it through the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, she could come back sooner than we were originally thinking. And if he's alive at that point, we're not going to be held accountable for something that happens.
That's true. We probably do want to, avoid any, implications or, be able to actually say we didn't kill him, even if, we let it happen.
I'm mainly thinking on the aspect that if he dies, then we won't know how to survive out here for too long.
I got us to water.
Did you really though? I'm gonna go ahead and just make an executive decision, I think, and I'm going to lesser restoration him to prolong it a little bit longer.
Okay.
I touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition inflicting it, but because it's a lot worse than that, I'm assuming it just kind of
So you have
pushes it further.
A little, yeah, just a little.
He'll be alive for at least a few more hours, so...
Is he somewhat conscious now?
In and out, but yeah,
All right.
enough that you could like talk
have
to
a
him.
conversation with him.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit next to him and ask him if he wants the good news or the bad news.
Always been a bad news first kind of person.
So you're gonna die.
Aren't we all?
Oh no, like much sooner. Like not. You're probably not gonna make it to tomorrow night.
What's the good news?
You have people here that can, you know, if you got a message that you want to get to somebody, that we can, you know, we can convey that for you. And you're not gonna die by yourself.
You got any kids?
Tell Erjami I'm sorry.
Oh, your Jami and him are like a thing. I thought I was picking up on that. No wonder she doesn't want him to die.
It's not like that. Just best captain I ever had.
Why are you sorry? You couldn't have done anything different.
I feel I've failed as a first mate, a mechanic, a crewman.
I feel like you've done a good job as first mate. You seem to support her. But, I mean, the ship did blow up, so maybe not so much as a mechanic.
Suppose I get what I deserve.
Just because the ship blew up, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's your fault. I mean, ships kind of have kinks that can't really be worked out, so it's not entirely your fault, at least.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I love to hear. Abdicating responsibility. Yeah, it's nobody's fault, really.
I mean,
It was just the
nature
universe.
happens,
Nothing
mate.
It was going to happen either way.
I mean, the
Yeah.
tree would know that nature happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
You quiet down your scratching post over there.
I was gonna say, look at the walking tree and say things just can't magically happen.
Guys, we got a dying man
But
here.
yeah,
This is not the
so
time for
yeah,
a philosophical discussion.
message, and we can, I'm not good at the sensitive stuff, but I would like to help you out. So if there's something that you like told that's not, I'm sorry, because we're not gonna, I will tell her that, but you don't have anything to be sorry for.
Thanks. Just hope that I made the world a better place. Even a little bit.
I mean, we could write like a pros and cons list of Yanis's life. Could get you an answer on that.
He kind of groans, and you see that his consciousness is kind of fading, and he like slips back into sleep.
See, he could have avoided that last painful, potentially 30 seconds of his life. He would have just gone to sleep forever.
He says something like, I get what I deserve. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to try to glean more insight into that,
Yeah.
sure.
Like, what did he mean by that?
Also, while she's thinking about it, is he dead?
It's going to be hard to have a conversation with him.
No,
but
that's
like,
not what I want.
We have
Will
not.
he notice things?
Don't loot him.
Okay. I was just gonna make sure there was nothing that was of importance that needs to go to somebody else.
Oh my gosh.
Kimmy,
So,
your insight?
Yes, 11.
11. I mean, you get the sense that he's just really disappointed that this is how things end. Seeing something that he was in charge of fail and put everybody at risk. He could have worked just a little bit harder and double checked, and instead of double checking, triple checked. And the things he triple checked, he could have quadruple checked. Like that's the sense that you get from it.
Kimmy, those plants outside the cave, you said they're poisonous?
Yeah, that's it.
So some poisonous plants you can take like a little bit, like microdose it, and it can put you in a more relaxed like state. Maybe that'd help him, with these last minutes. We could go get some of that and give it to him.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know about those plants? So it's the kind of plants?
Yeah, I know all about those plants. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I know all about these plants. I mean, that's what you guys hired me for, right? To be your guide out here in the desert, because I know
she's
things.
really good on the water. I mean, I wouldn't. The desert's not too much different. It's just all land.
She had a little bit of a reputation for being like the go-to person for desert stuff. Not that you would have actually seen that in action, but like
He's my guy.
I'm your guy.
But
she's your desert
she's
guy.
my gal. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, can someone go grab some of those? I think
You
the
gather
tree
the
should
plants.
grab them.
Grab the plants.
If you want, yes, you gather the
Gather
plants.
Well, I needed him to like.
Who? Oh, okay.
The
What
tree.
are you trying to? Oh, I see.
Send the tree up on a quest.
I mean,
Okay, does he at least turn around to grab the plants?
did
Sure.
you like?
Okay, I'm gonna.
You can ask me to go grab them if you
That's
want
why
me
I said
to.
I tried to leave it open to, someone
I mean,
volunteering, and then I kind
The
of
thing is,
volunteered
me as the
you.
volunteer, I'm looking at my character sheet and seeing that I have a -2 to nature. So I'm saying that I'm probably
You know
gonna
what
grab the
plants
wrong
are,
plant.
and they're all poisonous.
Okay, yeah, I'll go grab the plants.
While he's grabbing the plants.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check his pulse.
Yep.
Do I feel anything?
It's weak.
I'm elude him.
You don't even have to roll for it. Just emptying kind of his pockets and things. You find Arcanotech tools. You find a small, like, field notes pocket notebook. You see his field notes on Mark and all of the things he was finding fascinating about this wooden automaton.
Oh, that's great. Now I feel horrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, you should.
And
Was-
I found
Was it worth it? Did
no.
you
I
find
found
what you were
that-
looking
I-
for?
No, that was a terrible judgment call. I'm gonna lean down to him, and even if he's semi-conscious, and tell him, I'll make sure that the captain gets these things for you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go up to him and try to start talking to him about death and like the universe and stuff. So can I roll for religion to see if I make him feel better, or if I make it worse and give him an existential dread?
Sure.
Okay,
I like that.
17.
You don't get much of a response, but something in your heart starts to. Now you just push it away.
Cool. I think I
He's not
succeeded.
he's not in options trading.
And
Hey, I'm a nice
with
guy.
that, you bring the plants.
Yeah,
back.
I'll walk
What are
in with
you-
the
What are you gonna do
plants.
with the plants?
I'm assuming I didn't see him loot, but does my passive perception of a 10 see that he's holding things that he wasn't holding before?
Only
I
if
have
you're
a-
not hiding it. If you're hiding it, no. But
No, I just nicely put all his things together, and because I didn't
Yeah.
find anything that I actually cared about, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna give these to the captain.
Okay.
yeah.
Fair.
He definitely gave them to me.
What's the plan with the plants?
Yeah,
What are
I
you
was
guys
just told to
doing?
grab the plants, so I'm not entirely too certain what you guys had in
I'm-
store.
I'm just gonna kind of cancel that plan because I think I got through to him and he's feeling good based on my universe spiel. I don't think we need him to be on hallucinogenic plants.
At that point, Mark will just drop the plates on the ground, and then I guess just sit down next to Yamis and just be there if he needs something,
Sure.
I think Kimmy gives a little sigh of relief seeing Mark drop the plants. I think knowing that was not going to turn out great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna walk over there and take a handful and shove them in my pocket.
Sure.
You never know. They're
Never know.
poisonous plants.
Mark, you can definitely take a long rest. Kimmy, you said the scraps of resources were going to you to also complete a long rest.
Yes.
Two of you may take short rests, so you can spend some hit die to heal a little bit. And if you get any uses of anything back on a short rest, you can get those.
And you'll have to open up to me about how you're feeling, but if you need a little bit of extra healing, I've taken the long rest, so if you need a little something,
Did you
I can
intentionally make that rhyme?
help. No.
That was awesome.
I'm pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some healing.
I got you.
That was a singular point with 1 hit die.
Oh.
And I believe it's each hit die, it's plus your constitution modifier as well.
So I'm gonna heal for 11 points.
Cool.
Nice.
Does that get you close to your max?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can always do, like I said, you got 5. You can keep going until you are maxed out if you want.
I'll do one more.
Okay.
Maxed out.
Cool.
Nice.
You both take a point of exhaustion.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hate to see it.
I just want to say that Kimmy would have curled up next to Jan. Now I'm saying Giannis. Next to Yamas. Just give him warmth. And licked his legs.
So, morning approaches. You all kind of wake up in the early morning hours to the sound of growing wind outside the cave. Coming outside, you see the wind is indeed blowing past, whipping a little bit. It's not quite a bad sandstorm yet, but certainly looking around, the signs are there. You can just barely see the beacon sitting there at the top of this dune from where you are at the base of it. And as the wind is picking up, sand is blowing, you can feel this thing is, it's getting tough. So,
Can I
yeah.
run up there
I was about to say,
and grab the beacon?
I weigh a decent amount, and I'm wondering if it's going to be harder for the wind to kind of push me away down the hill.
I'm also a good runner. If you didn't catch my
Yeah.
endless talking about that earlier.
Yeah, I heard it on last week's episode of your
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
You get the sense that kind of within the hour, you're
Yeah.
probably going to want to do something with the beacon.
Yeah,
But yeah, even running up and checking on it for now, it seems like it's planted okay. It seems like if the storm were to stay like this, you might be okay. But it's growing.
I think we should go get that beacon and just hold on to it.
I was going to say the same thing. It's just we're okay with a couple of hours without
Yeah.
signal, I think.
to not lose it forever.
Yeah.
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 So,
100%. I'll race you.
okay.
Yeah, I'm in on that too.
Cool. All right.
Okay, so you're going to go retrieve it and
I was
bring it
going to
back
say,
Yeah,
to
we're
the cave?
racing up
before
the
we
hill.
leave, I want to make sure that Yemis is
Dead.
alive
Oh.
or if he's dead or not.
Give me a medicine check.
Oh, gosh. I'm not good at medicine. Okay. It would be a 14.
Yamis appears to have succumbed to his wounds during the night.
Yikers. Okay.
So about that race.
I think I think reluctantly, Mark is going to stand up and kind of put his hand on the head of Yamis and kind of, I guess, say internally wish I could have done more. I'm sorry, man. And then, I guess, continue on this foot race.
Kimmy, what are you up to? Well, the three of them are going to retrieve the beacon. Are you retrieving it, or are you going up there to hold it in place?
I think we need to bring it back
Okay.
into the cave, so that way we
Okay.
still have it after the storm clears.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably just stay with Yamas and maybe start kind of, I don't know, preparing the body or digging a hole. I don't know.
Sure.
He's got a lot of fluids in him.
Oh god.
I don't know if we want to let those go to waste.
Is this Dune? You're going to recover his water?
Can we roll to see who won the race?
Oh my god.
You guys have
Everybody
exhaustion.
roll athletics.
19.
And
Athletics?
you already did.
It's a dex.
Well,
Did you
Can I
minus
roll
one
acro-
for
it's-
exhaustion?
Strength.
Yeah.
Sure, you can roll acrobatics for this.
It's a 7 plus 7, so it's
So
a
is it-
14.
Minus 1.
Is it athletics?
Your exhaustion.
Or 13.
Did you
Okay,
do minus
18.
1? So 18, 13.
Is it athletics or acrobatics?
Sure.
Perfect. That would be an 11 because I rolled terribly.
See, we run together.
Okay,
Wow.
so Jamie, you get to the beacon first.
I have a plus.
You're not first, you're
to
last.
athletics.
Yeah.
I almost had it.
Dang.
And I'm in close second. The tree's still figuring out how to use its legs.
Hey man.
So I'm gonna grab the beacon and start moving back down towards the cave.
Okay.
Down this dune, passing, the
passing them, running, still running up.
Yeah.
Despite seeing you with the beacon. So you guys are able to retrieve the beacon. Just as the sun rises, the sandstorm is really picking up. You can tell just internally the sun is up, but it is blocking so much light.
I'm gonna approach Kimi and ask, what do we do in a sandstorm? Should we go back to the cave and just keep chilling?
Yeah, that's what would make sense to me, obviously, because I'm from the desert and I've done this before. So yeah, this is exactly what we do, right? This sounds right. Yes.
You sound super confident.
I was going to say, can I lean into Mr. James Ballard Buchanan's ear and whisper, do we actually know if she's from the desert? She doesn't seem confident in her answer at all.
And then I kind of look over at Trip and kind of nod the question his way.
Yeah, she's the best that there is. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we should just stay in the cave.
I mean, it seems legitimate. I mean, I wouldn't want to be out there. I'd rather be in here in the first place, but
we should be a little bit closer to the entrance.
Can I try to convince her to... I know when somebody's not telling something. It's better to just get all the info on the table so that we can survive.
Sorry, I'm not understanding. What you mean? Info about what?
Your association with the desert. It seems it's been misrepresented.
Misrepresented? What do you mean here? See,
Jamie, what are you trying to say? You know she used to run with me.
Yeah, on the ocean.
I mean, that is true. But, she had told me that this is where she was from.
Have you seen her in the desert?
I met her a couple of days ago.
I point at
same time you did.
Have you seen her in the desert?
To be fair, no, I haven't.
yeah. So Sea Snake. I may not have been fully upfront with you, and the guys back in the day. I was trying to kind of impress y'all so that I could, come join you. And I may have made up a couple of stories about my adventures, so then that way I could, I'm sorry. I was so excited about the opportunity, reaching back out again. I really was excited to meet you guys and do this thing. I didn't think anything would happen.
Kimmy, I'm a tad bit hurt by that. Just because you know how important my reputation is to me. And that's definitely going to put a mark on that.
Yeah, this guy never misrepresents
yeah,
anything.
never. No, I found us water.
I've never lied to you. I found water.
I'm 1 for 1, and now I've lied. So that'll take me a little bit to forgive you, but I think we've got to figure out how to make out of this, because if not, then the way I feel won't matter. So,
I'll make it up to you guys. I swear. I'll help figure something out.
So now that you're discredited as our guide, I think we need to take a vote for who should lead us. Just kidding. I have the most executive experience.
I'll do it.
At this point,
the king trusted me to watch you, so I'll do it. I don't mind.
Yeah, why do you need him to come watch you if you're so, I don't know, you have a podcast, you have a book, you're,
It's a bestseller.
Seem to be doing really well. Why do you need someone to come babysit you?
Hey, I didn't assign him. I would have come here alone. And Yamis would have been alive.
You're blaming him?
at this point, the sending stone in your pocket crackles to life. Searching, but no breaks in the storm. Wait a few hours, see if it lets up, then set up beacon regardless of weather.
I think we set up the beacon now. like with
group leader,
another,
did you want to go up to the hill?
potentially a
and
variant
put the beacon
human
up there?
with some rope and the tree as a little bit of "don't let me fly away," and I will go sit on like about halfway up the hill.
Okay, guys. New idea. Let's get that rope, go back to the shipwreck, find some sail, create a kite, attach the beacon to the kite, and fly it up over the sandstorm. In the
middle of the sandstorm,
Yeah.
you want
I
to walk
imagine-
30 minutes away from shelter, walk 30 minutes back,
Up and over a hill.
up and over a
then
hill.
back.
What's the problem?
When you can't see.
Jamie, normally I like your ideas, but I'm gonna have to say no to that one.
Then I'll do it.
You're lost.
You like go
Yeah.
toward the cave entrance and look outside, and it's just a wall of blowing sand.
I'm gonna go step outside and just try to like push through it and do the kind of thing. See, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
You push through it, and after a few seconds, find yourself a little disoriented, and push a little bit more. Ahead of you, you see the cave entrance as you walk right back into the cave, thinking you were walking toward the shipwreck, and just basically walked in a little loop.
Can I climb the rock face? Like, even like I'd imagine there's some is the sand flying directly at the front of the rock, or can I like shimmy up the front?
Yeah, you can try that if you want.
Yeah.
What's your overall plan? Just so I understand.
Like I was hoping I could find something halfway, 3/4 of the way up, and use my rope to tie myself kind of to the cliff, like I did with the mast, and just sit there and hold the beacon.
because it won't be able to broadcast through the stone.
But it'd at least be one directional.
Yeah.
Which I
It
don't know.
would.
In my thought, is better than being no directional in the inside of a cave.
Sure.
And if I'm gonna sit somewhere anyway and wait,
Yeah.
you know,
Definitely top of the hill will get it all directions. But
but can I sit out there?
yeah.
He made it like a foot.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you made it more than a foot and a half. Over the dune and back. Something like that.
Okay, then yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just go see how long I can stand to sit at the top of that hill with the beacon in my lap.
Okay.
Are we doing the
Sure.
rope thing like around you? I may have missed that part.
Yeah, do I have enough rope to kind of like have a tether back to the cave? That way, even if I do get lost, I can just kind of give the rope a tug and they can pull me back in the right direction.
You could put somebody else on the other end of it.
I was gonna
That's what I'm
say.
saying, like have him hold on to one
but,
end and I
but
can
not
just
all
take
the way
one with
back
me.
at the cave.
I think it's our best bet to have the beacon out.
Yeah.
At least, you know, because in the off chance that they fly close enough, I would hate for them to not come back and check here during the storm ending because they already had checked here.
Okay, so you run up to the top with the beacon, tie yourself off. You're at the other end of the rope, further down the hill, kind of
Yeah.
as an anchor. How about the two of you? What do you guys do during this phase of the plan?
I'm just gonna go sit on the inside of the cave.
Okay.
Just gonna chill.
Hey, Jamie, did we check out this other side of the cave here? Is there like a little hole? Or didn't you want to go?
Yeah. Why not? Let's do it.
All right, we'll go check out a little bit.
Sure. What are you looking for? I'm
Gold.
The
Riches.
Yep, because every cave has buried gold and treasure.
There
in
might
it.
just be some bars of gold sitting here
Just
inside the cave.
right there.
what else are you looking for in the cave?
I don't know, just kind of like curious to see like what's down that.
You like wander and find some little hidden passages, and it looks like there may be more of those phase spider nests in a couple of spots. Otherwise, nothing much interesting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Heading up to the top of the hill with the beacon, you plant it down, set it there. You're holding on. The storm continues to whip sand across you. You're getting sand in your eyes and ears and clothes, and it's what's the line? It gets everywhere. It's rough.
It's
coarse.
rough. It's coarse. It gets everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I do have like my cowl on, and so I'm gonna kind of pull that over my head
Yeah.
and just like kind of tuck it in and just sit there.
Yeah.
You know, kind of trying to ride it out.
It pulses away.
How am I doing at the bottom of the hill? I'm just holding on for dear life right now.
Give me a perception check. Actually, both of
Perception?
you give me perception checks.
Okay.
So it's a 15 passive or roll.
Be a 9 for me.
Okay.
Can't you just grow like roots or something
I
to
wish.
let yourself down?
I wish I was Groot. He'd be so much better to play.
Trip. The top of the hill, the wind seems to whip harder and harder, and at some point it starts to hurt and really whip against you. It is actually extremely painful. I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
It's a 6. It's a 5.
Roll me a d8.
You can roll though. 1.
You find yourself lifted off of the ground temporarily and whipped in the face. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are kind of flung in the air 20 feet away from this beacon. And as you're flung and you're kind of like riding back through the wind, you see this shape appear in the wind over the beacon, just almost a body type shape with arms and legs, but it's dust. It's swirling in the air. There's wind near you now. You hear flapping of wings as you look over and you see a form you may or may not have seen before of a dust mephit that seems to be in just an absolute frenzy, just going nuts, like kicking up sand, beating at the air, and making its way slowly toward this beacon through the wind. At this point, I will go ahead and show you the map. On your perception check, didn't notice this go past you, but you do notice the commotion at the top of the hill and with the rope being pulled.
I was gonna say, I want to yoink that thing towards me.
So that arrests the distance a little bit. But that means that you also move uphill like 10 feet. All of a sudden, you're just yanked up the hill. So something is very clearly wrong. And looking up the hill, you also now see this form. And we will go ahead and activate our map. And I need you guys to roll initiative. You guys at the bottom of the hill, I think would notice through the sand watching Mark just kind of like disappear into the sand after being yanked.
Can I yell as well to kind of give them a little bit of sense of urgency?
Yeah, just like a hey guys, where am I going?
Just
So you guys notice this as well, and spring to action, and you guys can also roll initiative for this. Sweet. I'm going to roll for these guys real quick. Okay. Jamie. Your initiative.
17.
Trip.
16.
Kimmy.
18.
And Mark.
also an 18.
Wow.
Who's got the higher dex?
She does, I bet.
Okay. Yeah.
That'd be me.
Top of the round is what you now see is 2 elementals. These things are in an absolute frenzy. These mephits and elementals, something about the beacon in the center seems to be driving them nuts. The first elemental that launched Mark out of the way is going to slam at the beacon and try to pound it into the dirt. The other one sees Trip, who has just been launched away, and the kind of rope going across, and it is just going to close the distance on you and make an attack on you. That is going to be a 26 to hit.
Ooh. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. 16 points of bludgeoning damage. That is the end of its turn. So, Kimmy, you need to run up the hill. You are down the hill to the southwest.
Okay. Or maybe if I dash, can I make it to, or,
You can make it like most of the way up the hill. There are those 2 mephits part of the way up that you could also engage.
yeah, sure. I will dash up. Can I dash Like it looks like that's kind of like a ridge.
Yeah.
Can I just like climb up
Yeah.
and like?
It's not super steep.
Okay.
But it's like little rock outcroppings that have been blown clear of sand in the storm.
Okay. I'm gonna try and like pounce and like take my attacks on this Mephit and like kind of like in the air like and like.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
17 to hit and 19 to hit.
Yeah. Both of those hit.
Great. 4 plus 4, that's 8, and a 6 plus 4 is 10. 18.
Yeah. You come up and just right out of the air
Great.
at it.
And then I'll just do my third attack as my bonus action. And that's a 14 plus 7.
That hits.
Great. 2 plus 4, 6. 6, yeah. on
Cool.
it.
Yeah. You and give it a kick, and this little like dust method thing just out of the air and is gone.
I'd like to think that like after like that she kind of like lands on her feet and is just like, wait, what?
Yeah. The thing you did notice, just like the others, this was in an absolute like blood frenzy. It's like a piranha feeding kind of motions to it. It is enraged, and all of them seem to be in a similar state.
I'll just yell out to everyone. They seem to be a little upset.
That brings us to Mark with Jamie on deck.
All right. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on what is it, Mr. Trip Soren over there. So that's going to give you +2 to your AC for up to 10 minutes, in as long as I have concentration. And then I'm going to essentially just use all of my movement speed to push up as far as I can.
Okay.
Am I able to hit any of them since Shield of Faith is a bonus action or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to
So there's a
swing my
couple of
axe.
feet away from you. There's a method. Otherwise, if you want to get up the hill at the air elemental,
I want to try to get up there next to Trip since he's got a little bit of company up there compared to me right now.
sure.
Would I take an opportunity attack or no?
No. Do you want
Okay.
to kind of point out to me where you're thinking?
Yeah. If I can make it to that second one without taking opportunity attacks, or the far one. If not, I'll attack this closest one.
You can't quite make it to the far one.
Alright,
That's
so-
40 feet.
Yeah, I'll attack the closest one.
Okay. Go for it.
So first attack is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
It's only an 11 to hit the second one.
11 does not hit.
Yeah. I'll do another branding smite, so I'll add 2d8 onto it.
Okay.
12, 24 damage.
Nice. Yeah, you run up and slice this thing, get the branding smite in there. Can you separate out for me the non-magical damage from that?
12. So 12 slashing and then 12 radiant.
Got it. So specifically the slashing part, you notice that doesn't seem to have as much purchase, but when you pump the divine smite into it, that seems to kind of rip through the like elemental form of it.
Gotcha. Glad I did that.
Jamie, you're up with Trip on deck.
How far is that?
You can't even get to the first method unless you dash.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Or you could use a ranged weapon.
Did I reload my blunderbuss?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna run towards them, and before I shoot, I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna use bardic inspiration, and basically just call out, that these things are just desperate for the to have a cool beacon like ours, and that they're no match for us.
Nice.
And then while
So you get to pick somebody to give that bardic inspiration die to.
I'm gonna give it to the stick,
Okay. So Mark, you got a D8,
and I'm going to use the blunderbuss.
but you'd have to reposition from where you are.
Okay.
You don't have any movement left this turn.
Oh, okay.
You can use the dash action if you want extra movement, but that'll use up your action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna aim at the closer one.
D20 minus 2.
So a 4.
4 does not hit.
So a 3 with my.
with your exhaustion.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you fire this thing off and it just like pops into the storm and all the
Didn't
shot gets
explode, though.
blown away. Roll me another D20.
18.
Okay. Yeah, it did not explode, but now it will explode on a 3 or lower.
Okay.
So, Trip, you're up with the methods on deck.
I'm in so much danger. So I'm between a mephit and an elemental.
Actually, you would be prone.
And you're prone.
And I'm prone.
You are prone.
This is good. I think the hangover was still worse. I'm gonna cool guy shot the mephit while still lying on the ground as my bonus action. 16
Minus the 1 from your exhaustion.
plus 7.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, 23, I think. Because it's windy and stuff, can I sneak attack? It's also within 5 feet.
If that
damage.
qualifies under your...
it basically removes the advantage need.
Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Am I gonna do it? How?
Six?
6 total.
Plus a singular 4, so that's a sneak attack for 10 damage.
Hey,
I rolled 3 1s and a 3.
10 damage is 10 damage.
And I'm gonna use my action to just get up.
Okay.
Do you still have that cyanide pill in your tooth?
I have poisonous plants in my pocket.
Yeah, that's right.
Just in case.
I do have to retcon one thing.
I may
Kimmy,
need them.
Yes.
or I forgot to do something.
Oh.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. DC is 10.
Okay. Well, that's a 14 plus.
Okay. When the mephit you killed died, it burst into sand and it like sprayed you with dust and sand.
Wait, one of them's already dead?
One of them is already dead.
Yeah, I killed one.
Kimmy killed it instantly.
Wow.
I'm used to the litter box. It's okay.
Yeah. Trip is at the end of your turn.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do. Yeah.
Okay. Make a con save for me. It's a dex save.
That's a natural 1.
Hate to see it.
That is a failure.
In my highest, one of my highest stats.
You as you shoot this thing. Well, by the way, did you get up on your turn or you stayed prone?
I got up.
Okay.
So I cool guy shot as I was getting up.
Got it. As you shoot at this thing, it looks back at you and just this cone of dust at you, and immediately you are blinded. This one is going to move up and attempt to blind Mark. Mark, please make a dex save for me.
Oh, my worst stat. Okay, yeah, that's a 10. Oh no, that's a 0. My bad. Or no, 9. My bad. Plus 0. We're good.
A 9
A 9.
is a failure. You as well are blinded.
And I'm assuming that breaks concentration, correct?
Blinded does not break concentration. No.
Perfect. You still have plus 2 to your AC then.
But everything has advantage on me.
Correct.
And also, I had given you Bardic Inspiration. I don't know if that matters.
Could I add that
Oh,
to my
yeah,
saving throw?
you can.
Okay. Plus 6, making it 15.
Okay, so that's a save. You are not blinded.
Oh man.
Look to the future. Knew it.
And then the last method is going to come up and
I'm
attack
getting
you
surrounded, man.
in its frenzy. It is going to attack you, Mark. It's going to be a 6 to hit.
That's gonna miss me. I'm sorry.
It was too
That is
friendly.
all the methods' turns. We're back at the top of the round with the elementals. That one's going to attack the beacon. You watch as it slams the beacon. You don't watch, you're blind. Everybody else who can see it watches this thing just slam this beacon, and it kind of like sinks into the ground and goes off kilter a little bit, but it's still running. The other elemental is going to attack Mark. It's going to be a 21 to hit on the first attack,
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
a 19 to hit on the second attack.
That matches my AC.
Okay.
So yes.
So,
Hate to see it.
you take 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. That's gonna leave a mark.
That will end the elemental's turns with Kimmy.
Okay, so why are they mad?
Yeah,
Why are they
give me an
upset?
insight check.
Okay. That's a 14.
Even on a 14, you can just like take a second to glean the situation. It seems like they are focused on this rage seems to be focused toward the beacon. It's as if they were kind of hanging out in the storm, and something about the beacon is just setting them off.
Guys, I don't think they like the beacon. I think it's disrupting their natural order of things. I don't know. I'm gonna start running towards it.
Are you a desert expert? Oh wait.
Ouch.
About where do you want to get to?
Okay, yeah, I'll get on the other side of Mark.
So you're now within range of one elemental, one method, Mark, and the beacon.
Can I try and apologize to the elemental? I'm so sorry. We disturbed your beautiful storm. I swear we're trying to get out of here. We don't want any harm. No, it's not gonna fly.
It does not seem to be reacting to you doing this at all. It does not seem to be understanding what you're saying.
Okay. All right. Great. Cool. Never mind any of that. I'll just take this here. Can I lift up the beacon?
Yeah, the elemental that's locked in on the beacon now turns and is looking at you.
Is there an on-off switch?
Yeah, you can kind of turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah, you can turn it
That's a
off.
good question.
Have you tried turning it on and off?
Is there like
Yeah, you can just like
flick on a switch?
whatever, like collapse the stand or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just kind of shut it off for a second.
You watch the kind of frenzied rage fizzle away, but these things are still hot.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think that fully worked. Okay, is that my action?
No, you still have that's a free action.
That was a free action?
Yeah.
You sure?
All you did was like pick up an object
Okay. All right.
and talk.
Yes, we gotta do this the hard way then. And I will go ahead and do 2 attacks on this thing.
On the elemental?
Yeah, on the elemental. So that's a 14 plus 7 to hit and a 6 plus 7 to hit.
6 plus 7 does not.
13.
Yeah, no. That's
13. Okay. Cool. That's a 1 plus 4, so that's 5 for that hit. And then I will flurry of blows on this.
Okay.
And just do my little spinny in the air thing and double kick it. And that's a 13 and a 12 plus 7 each. So that 20 and 19. No, not points. Sorry, that to hit.
Oh, yes. Both of those are to hit. It's very difficult. Somehow the way that I hear you tell me your rolls, it's very difficult for me to tell whether you're rolling to hit or you're rolling damage.
Sorry. I'll be more specific. Okay. Rolling for damage.
You gotta tell me, instead of saying that's 19, tell me like 19 to hit.
Sorry. 19 to hit.
Yeah.
And 20 to hit?
Yeah, both of those hit.
Okay, you sure?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. All right. So that's a 5 plus 4, that's 9. And that's a 2 plus 4, that's 6. For damage.
Thank you. 9 and so 15 points of damage.
Yes.
Something like that.
That's it. That's my turn.
That's it. Mark.
Oh, wait,
you're-
actually, can I move around so I can flank for Mark? So he can get advantage.
Yeah, the method will get an opportunity attack on you.
I can't move around between the...
Let me just roll that back. Yeah, the method will get an opportunity attack on you.
Oh, can I not move like between the beacon and the elemental? Is there not
You can. You're just in range of the method that's closer to me. You're gonna move out of range of that.
Oh, I see. I'm confused. Okay, no, I see.
What's the little opportunity attack?
Yeah, sure, why
Never
not?
heard of anybody.
Okay.
So the method's opportunity attack on you is a 16 to hit.
Ooh, yep, that hits.
Okay. Oh. That stayed on the table. 4 points of piercing damage.
Great.
So now you are flanking for Mark.
Great.
All right, sweet. That brings us to Mark.
Yeah, I'm just going to swing twice on the air elemental.
Okay.
So
have
I have
advantage on both of
I was
these.
gonna say that would be an 18 plus 6,
Definitely hits.
and that would be a 13 plus 6, both to hit.
Also,
So 19.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to add Branding Smite to that first hit.
Go for it.
So that's 2d8. That's 8, 19 damage for that first hit.
Okay.
And then 10 damage for the second hit.
That's 29.
Can you separate out the branding smite damage? Okay.
So 11 physical, 8 radiant.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's basically all I can really do besides yell at the moment because I have my concentration spell.
All right, so I'm going to run. So those little things, those little yellow things are
Those are the dust methods.
okay. They're not just little cats.
No, they're like little. How would you describe a dust method? It's like, imagine if a bat had the
Like a
body.
giant like cave bat, but like more dusty.
Are they pets too?
No.
It also looks like a little, like a pterodactyl.
Yeah, like a pterodactyl bat type of thing. It's got arm, claws, and shoulder wings.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
run
a
up.
demon. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a demon or a
Yeah.
pet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a demon bat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Tan.
I'm gonna run up to the one closest to me.
Okay, that's up the hill here because the one down the hill is dead.
Oh,
I
okay.
can pull it off the map.
Cool. What way is it facing?
It is facing Mark right now.
Could I have gone up behind it?
Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm gonna attack with my rapier.
Okay. You've got advantage on this.
Oh, okay, good, because.
You need it.
So that's a 13.
Yeah, 13 hits.
Okay, cool. 6 damage.
Okay.
I can use the dagger in my other hand,
Yep.
right? Cool. So I'm gonna attack with that too.
Okay.
That's a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Okay. How much movement points did I use getting there? So like most of them.
Yeah, you used about 25-ish feet of movement. You have like 5 left if you want it.
And because it's facing the other way, does it get an attack of opportunity? Or
If you were to move away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. Then Trip, you're up with the methods on deck. At the end of your turn, you can make another con save for the blindness.
Oh, I thought it just like ripped his eyes out of their sockets and he's like permanently blind.
Yeah, not quite.
I'm just gonna cool guy blindly shoot in the direction that I think that method is in.
Okay.
It is gonna be a stealth attack. I don't think it's gonna hit, so I don't think it matters. You're coming for a belt. Don't let me down. It rolled another one. As soon as it came out of dice jail, it rolled another natural one.
Back into jail.
Back into jail.
Just
Have you tried more of like a
Let's go to the big jail.
Have you tried more of like a rehabilitation system rather than prison?
No. But,
Dice rehabilitation.
I'll sign it up because man, does it need help. Yeah, so that went swimmingly.
Counseling might work better.
Can I use my main action since I'm a crossbow expert and that was my bonus just to try shooting it again?
Yeah. Still a disadvantage.
So that's a 14 and this. That's a 10.
That doesn't hit.
And wait, hold on, I'm using inspo. Can I use inspiration?
Oh, to flatten the roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm taking my highest and be a 16.
That hits.
Okay. Oh, that's 29.
It's dead. Yeah, you blindly just shoot it, and you're already blinded, so you don't have to make the save against its kind of like death spray. But go ahead and make the save to see if you can clear the dust at the end of your turn. Con save.
So that's an 18 minus 1, 17.
Yeah, that makes it. So, at the end of your turn, you are no longer blinded. That brings us to the methods. There are only 2 of them left. Now that they are no longer enraged by the thing, they are still trying to figure themselves out. One is just going to make a melee attack on Jamie. 7 to hit. Finally, something does not
I
hit
know,
you.
finally, no.
Wow.
Dodge that one.
And then the other one is going to make a melee attack on Mark.
Oh, jeez.
That is going to be an 8 to hit.
It's going to miss.
Okay, that's the methods.
was
We are
close.
now back at the top of the round with the elementals. Bye-bye, lights.
Oh no! And the curtain.
Oh,
It's fine.
It's fine.
it's fine. Our set's falling apart.
Fine. Pay no attention.
Don't point at
One
it.
elemental. This
Don't
elemental is
look,
going to
whatever you
move
do, don't
here
look back
and
there.
make
See.
make 2 slam attacks on Kimmy.
Oh.
That is going to be a 21 to hit
Yep, that hits me.
and a 13 to hit.
That one misses.
Okay, so just 1 hit, 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I forgot, you guys are still tied together.
Yeah.
All right. It is
whole
going
time.
to do its whirlwind on you.
Boy.
Make a strength saving throw for me.
13.
Is just enough to save, so you take half damage and you are not thrown.
Okay.
So that's going to be 15 halved to 7.
Okay.
So you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and basically it like swirls around you, and you feel it like shove with the wind. But you are able to stay strong, maybe with the help of your umbilical, your buddy. And that's it for the elementals. Kimmy, you're up with Mark on deck.
Okay. Wait, so I see there's one next to me to the right, correct?
Yes, there's one near you to the right. Give me actually, if you'd like to use your reaction for an opportunity attack on the one that moved toward Mark, you can do that.
Yes,
before your
I
turn
would.
starts.
I would like to use my reaction. Just like just
a regular melee attack.
Yep, okay. Sorry. Oh, that's that one. Plus,
You are flanking with Mark. You can have advantage.
I will take it. That's a 14 plus 7.
That hits. With
Great.
advantage.
Okay, that's a 5 plus 4, so 9.
Now back to your regularly scheduled turn.
Great. Yeah. 2 attacks.
Are you attacking the one that you just attacked?
Oh.
That you guys have been beating up on, or the one that's fresh?
Oh. I'll finish up the one that we're attacking on, and then I get advantage, right?
Yeah.
Great.
You're kind of flanking with
Kind of
Mark.
flanking? Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20!
Hey, all right.
Okay. So that's double the die. 13.
Add a d4 to that
Add a d4. You can.
for critting.
Okay, that's a 1.
For a total of?
14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I have my second hit.
Okay.
Gonna be a 10 plus 7, 17. To hit. Hits.
17 hits.
And that's 1. That's a 5 plus 4, that's 9. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna do a stun and strike. And Kimmy's gonna use, she pulls in the power of
Friendship.
friendship. She pulls in the power of friendship, and begins to poke this thing in what she hopes is the joints and chi centers, so that she can block it.
Nice.
DC 12.
What kind of save?
Con save.
Yeah.
It got exactly 12.
Shkaka. Okay.
Then Mark with Jamie on deck.
I'm basically just going to keep swinging on this one that I have been on. So the one that's occupying my space still. And I'm flanking right now with
Yes.
Kimmy. Okay. That would be a 17 plus 6 to hit.
That hits.
Or a 15 plus 6 to hit.
Also hits.
Perfect. I'm going to spend my last first level spell slot to do Branding Smite.
Cool.
17 damage for that first hit.
Separate out the physical from the magical.
13 radiant damage.
13 radiant damage. Okay.
11 slashing damage extra on top of that for my second attack.
Describe to me how your smite blows up this air elemental.
Leaving it simple, I think. I just kind of believe in the powers that have been bestowed upon me by, someone. and I'll just, my battle axe glows as I slash down on this thing, and just it kind of pops with a bright glow as it poofs into dust that blends into the storm.
That is Jamie with Trip on deck.
All right, so I'm going to keep attacking this little thing.
Yep.
I'm gonna first attack with a dagger.
Okay.
Left hand first,
Sure.
hit him with a surprise. It's not gonna hit.
Are you sure? Okay.
It's a 7.
No, that's not gonna hit.
And then the other one is a 13.
13 hits.
Oh wait, a 12.
Also hits.
Okay.
Still
Cool.
hits.
For 3 damage.
Sweet. Okay. Take it.
Aw, that's cute.
Do I not have any good things to do damage here?
Yeah.
I tried. He made the character the way he did.
I didn't know it was a dex-based weapon. I thought it was a sword, so it was strength or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it.
Okay. Then, Trip, you are up.
Where am I at? Am I over
You're
here?
all the way, all the way over there with Air Elemental right next to you.
Has that one been hit?
That one has not been hit.
I'm going to pretty simultaneously shoot the hand crossbow and stab with the rapier.
Cool, go for it.
The 22.
22 hits.
Okay, that's for the rapier. 24 for the hand crossbow. And then it's within 5 feet, and we're flanking. So that's going to be a stealth attack for the crossbow, or for the rapier. I'll do that first. So 22 for the rapier, and then 12 for the crossbow.
Got it.
And I'm doing 3 damage here? What is this?
That's because I'm using dex-based weapons on an 18 dex character.
Gotta use your cantrips
Yeah.
and spells.
I saw what you rolled, and then it was just like minus. Oh gosh.
The one method is going to use its blinding breath, Mark and Jamie to make. You know what? Pick one. Con or Dex.
Okay.
You'll be fine. It's not my fault the stat block's confusing.
9.
18 for a con save.
9, no.
Con
18, yes.
Okay.
Jamie, you are blinded.
No. I can't hit anything anyway, so it's fine.
Who knows? Blindly
Doesn't feel
firing
very
or
good.
stabbing might help you.
And then the one next to you is going to
Versus
attack you,
his blind
Jamie.
attacks.
That is going to be a 15 to hit. 3 points of slashing damage.
Oh no.
I feel like
Same
you
that
would,
I did. It's reciprocal.
I feel like you would have had a quote about that. Like you must fully take away sight to fully see.
To fully see. Yeah.
The air elemental up top.
Only in blindness can we truly see. That's like one of the front quotes of the book.
It's like,
It's like on the, right under your picture.
The air elemental up top is going to attack toward Trip.
Okay.
2 slam attacks. A 17 to hit
17 hits.
and a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna half that with uncanny dodge.
Okay. Just see me like punch the mic.
No.
I went to roll and just whoa. We're alive. It's D&D.
Barely.
We're barely alive, or we're barely having
I
fun.
said no such thing.
Sweet. I'll keep attacking you. Cool. Kimmy, you're up with Mark on deck.
Has this big guy been hit over here
Yeah, once.
once? Okay, and then there's 2 Muppets. I keep wanting to call them
Muppets.
Muppets. Like, yeah, Muppets.
Muppets.
The Muppets.
Muppet. Never miss a chance to do Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, Muppet. How are they looking? Just the Muppets.
They're
The
really
Muppets. weak
weak anyway.
Okay.
But they basically just haven't been hit that much.
I could try and do another attack on this guy.
Okay.
Do I get advantage? Because we're flanking?
Yeah, you're flanking. Get it.
Okay, cool. That one. First one is a 4 plus 7. I'm assuming it doesn't hit.
no.
That's a 19 plus 7 for
That
a
hits.
total of 26. For a total of 9. I think she would like kind of jump up and like pull her claws down on that one.
Yeah, you notice that kind of moving through this thing, your strikes against this air elemental don't quite have the purchase you would expect. But I mean, you're not doing nothing.
Okay.
You're just swiping at air.
I mean, cats do that most of the time anyways, so, you know, she's...
Very cat-like.
Yeah.
Bonus actions?
Yeah, I'm going to try another stunning strike.
Okay.
So that's you roll, right?
Yes. Con save.
Con save. Is there a hit with that?
That is a lot. I mean, it's 15.
Ah, okay.
Mark, you're up with Jamie on deck.
So I have the 2 attacks. Could I attack 1 on 1 and then attack?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
14 to hit on that first one. I'll do this one and then that far one.
Yeah, 14 hits.
And then a 23 to hit on the second one.
That hits.
I'll just do standard attack on those.
Okay.
No. It's a 12 damage on that first one.
Okay.
And then a 4 damage on that second one.
Got it.
Yeah, that would be my turn then.
Okay. And that brings us to Jamie with Trip on deck.
Cool. I'm going to use Thunderclap.
There we
with
go.
One of my cantrips.
All right. How's that work?
I create a burst of thunderous sound. That's how it works.
That's gonna hit all of us.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Con saves from everybody. It's a con 14, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's an 8, so...
The method farther away from you failed. Air elemental failed.
17
So-
for me.
You do need to roll the damage, though. Which I believe for you is 2d6.
That's going to be 4 damage.
4 damage.
Wow, that was a lot of build-up for 4 damage
Yeah.
again.
The funny thing is, that is enough to finish off one of the methods.
Nice.
I believe it's the one close to you.
Are these technically animals?
That's not a classification in D&D.
Okay. Animal
Well,
friendship?
oh, I see what you're saying. No.
Okay. You know what? I'm done with my turn.
So I believe that brings us to Trip.
I'm gonna go ahead and smack it with a rapier and shoot the hand crossbow.
Let's
Do it.
So 14.
Oh, this is on the air elemental?
Yeah,
No. Miss.
it's another 14.
Also misses. Can I get a con save from you to see if you clear the blindness?
It's an 8.
No. You're still... and a con save from Mark when the method died. It burst.
Con save, that's 14.
Okay, you're good.
That's gonna be it.
Okay. All right. That last method is going to close the gap here and strike out at Kimmy.
Can I use my reaction to invoke disadvantage, please?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's got +4 to hit.
Well,
That is a 21.
well,
That's okay. It's just 3 points of slashing damage.
okay. Oh.
Could have been worse. It could have been the elemental that's about to strike at you.
Huh?
Huh? Bet you wish you had that reaction now.
Well, I'm not even near her at the moment.
Yeah.
Any chance these are missiles that it's attacking me with?
These are slam attacks.
If you think of it, though, it's a bunch of little tiny grains of
I rolled
sand.
the dice.
Okay.
17 to hit. 17 to hit.
Yes,
and
it
a
hits.
20 something to hit. 24 to hit.
Oh.
Sorry, microphone. I keep punching the microphone. I'm like, so eager to roll damage. Pah!
What the microphone ever do to you?
It's a lot of dice.
Bye,
Yeah.
Kimmy.
Oh.
21 points of bludgeoning damage. Are you out?
I'm out.
It
You?
slams Kimmy and she flies back and is unconscious.
You said she flies back. Does she... Oh, does she just kind of go into the ground? Was that for effect?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Should be able to help.
Okay. I got faith.
All right. That is it for the elementals. Kimmy, you're up. Roll a death save for me.
Oh.
Are we playing where I tell you what I rolled?
Ooh.
Oh,
You should
no.
tell me.
Okay. How do you want me to tell you?
I can whisper it in ASMR if you want.
We can look away and you can hold a number up. I assume it's under 10.
Or just give it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Okay,
Just
okay.
tell me what happened.
It's a 19.
Oh,
So I have a save.
perfect. Okay.
So I have a save.
So that's one success. Mark, you're up
Yeah.
with Jamie on deck.
All right, I'm gonna eat the opportunity attack from the Muppet and then get right up next to Kimmy. Actually,
you don't
do
even
I
have to
leap?
do that.
I was gonna say I don't. I think it's within 5 feet. Okay. I'm going to put in 20 points of lay hands, and that's gonna be my action to do that. And then that would be my turn then.
Cool.
Thank you very, very much.
Yeah. So heal 20.
Great.
So Jamie, you're up with Trip on deck.
All right, I'm gonna use vicious mockery on the big one.
Nice.
Call it broke.
I believe that's a saving throw of some kind.
14 wisdom.
That is a natural 20.
Should I just run?
Probably.
Up to you. You've got one method
9
left that's not looking good, and you've got one air elemental on the field.
No, I'm gonna stay right there. I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. Cool.
Still weighing my options.
Okay. Trip, you're up.
Pretty much the same thing that's been happening, but this time.
Oh, con save for
Blindness.
So it's a 22 and a 20 to hit.
Both hit.
13 con save.
Okay, you're no longer blind.
Nice.
So 19 for the rapier and a 7 for the crossbow. So 24?
These non-magical attacks, this thing is resistant, so you're hitting it, you're wearing it down, but it's going a little slow.
I am a rogue. I have pointy stick.
Yeah. The method is going to try to move and attack Jamie. Mark, you get an opportunity attack
Perfect.
against it.
Okay.
And actually, I believe Kimmy would as well,
Yeah, I'll take it.
from prone.
That would be a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Perfect. 12 damage.
Okay, it's dead. Con save from you
Yeah.
for the blindness.
14.
You good. Okay, yeah, it. Now just the air elemental is left. And it is the air elemental's turn.
Oh no.
Since it was just shot by Trip, it is going to do 2 slam attacks on Trip. That is going to be a 19 to hit and a 22 to hit.
They both hit.
That is
A lot of dice.
18 bludgeoning damage. We good? Oh,
No.
Are you out?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
Hey, we're getting down to the wire. You're up.
Oh, I'm up already. I'm gonna hiss at this elemental.
Get back on your feet.
Yes, get back up on my feet. I'm gonna swoop around to the other side so I can get advantage to flank with Mark. We're gonna go for again cool. 11 plus 7.
18 to
Yep.
hit?
18
yeah,
to hit.
That hits.
It's 9 points of damage on the first attack.
Okay.
Second attack. Okay. 19 plus 7. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Great. Then we will do damage. That's a 6 plus 4. That's 10. I'm going to do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
So I'm going to do my... Oh, no. That went far.
That went far.
It's a 6.
Does that one count?
Doesn't count unless it's in your tray.
Okay.
Did you want to keep a 6?
No, I would not like... We'll take the 19 that I just got.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. All right. So she does another... And then not 20! Hiya!
Yeah!
And okay, so that's 2 hits plus 1 crit. 6. And then 2 for my crit. That's a 4 and a 1. Oh, well. 4 plus 1.
Isn't it
That's...
just double damage, though?
Huh?
Instead of rolling 2 dice?
So you can double. You can either roll the normal number of dice and double the amount, or you can double the number of dice you roll.
Oh.
I like rolling more dice.
It's more fun.
Yeah.
It's more fun.
Math rocks. Go
Math rock.
clicky clack.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tis the way. All right.
That's why we play this.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Why else? Okay. Yeah. So that's 4 plus 1. That's 5 plus 4. So 9
Okay.
on my crit.
Okay.
That was my bonus action. And do I want to disengage? And then I can disengage for free and move 10 movement or 10 move
Sweet.
10 feet.
Yes, you can. Wherever you'd like to go. You've got 50 feet of movement now.
I do.
You can leave.
Can you just like
You may exit the desert.
peace, y'all?
I don't need to wait for no ship.
I just don't want it to attack me. It's fine. Well, I'll stay
Okay.
so I can get advantage.
Cool. Then Mark, you're up.
Okay.
Jamie on deck.
What was that siren that you played? Was that something that you meant to do, or?
That was a police car outside.
Oh, was it?
Oh, was it?
Okay.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
wondering why you were looking at me. I was like,
I thought you
what?
made one of the one-shot sounds or something like
No.
that. Okay.
Nope.
We're good.
IRL siren.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to attack the big boy, and I'm going to add in a second level spell slot to do some more radiant damage to it.
Radiant damage.
And are you still flanking, or did you?
I'm gonna
use
still
it?
flank
Okay.
you.
That would be an 18 plus 6 to hit,
That hits.
and a 19 plus 6 to hit.
That hits.
Still no nat 20s.
Remember, give me the non-magical damage separately.
Yes. So 6 normal damage, and then 8, 13, 15 radiant damage. Another 5 slashing damage. So half. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Jamie, you're up.
Can I get close enough to flank with 30 points of movement?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna flank to get with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna attack first with my rapier.
Yeah.
That's a 20
Yep.
to hit,
That hits.
and 5 damage. And then I'm gonna attack with my dagger. On the other hand, and that's a nat 20.
Hey.
Oh, nice. All right.
7 damage as a crit.
Nice. Yep.
So 3. It's gonna be the lowest crit ever. 3
Yeah.
damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
And
Cool.
yeah, that's it.
That
That's
is
my
your turn. Trip. Death save, please.
It's a 5.
Fail. No. You got one fail. This elemental is going to attack Jamie with a slam attack and Mark.
Oh,
So Jamie, that is going to be 15 to hit you, and that is going to be dirty 20 to hit Mark.
Yeah, you can just give me the damage.
7 points of bludgeoning damage. 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Kimmy, you are up.
Oh, again. Okay.
This thing is slamming on your friends.
How does it look?
It's looking pretty wispy.
Wispy.
It's at full health, I think.
I mean, you guys have been hitting it a lot, but it's been a lot of non-magical hits. So it could still take a little bit more.
Well, she's going back in again for a couple of claw swipes. 16 for the first hit, plus 7.
That hits.
Great. And then second hit. That's going to be a 15 plus 7 to hit. So that hits.
Also hits.
18 points of slashing damage.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Do I do Fury of Blows or do I want to do Stunning Strike? I really want the Stunning Strike to work. I'm going to do a Stunning Strike.
Okay.
Do it.
So I'm going to go ahead and do another big wheelhouse kick to where the face might be. An 11 plus 7. So,
That hits.
great. So this is the Stunning Strike, and I give you damage.
And this is a con save, right?
Yes.
That is a 9.
It worked.
It worked. All right. So what happens to it? It's just stunned.
It's stunned, yeah, till the end of my next turn. It also took 4 plus 4, 8 extra points of damage.
8 more points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's looking very wispy, and is now totally in a daze.
Kimmy takes her fingers and just goes.
Mark,
All right.
this thing is on its last
So
gusts.
I have advantage to hit it, but stunned also gives you advantage to hit it. So am I rolling double advantage or just single
No,
advantage?
Just
Oh.
Okay.
advantage.
I'm going to, just in case, I'm going to spend another level 2 because I'm at a level 1, and I'm going to give it some more radiant damage. So to hit, that would be a 17 for that first hit,
That hits.
and a 15 to hit for the second.
Just hits.
Okay, so that would be, let me roll these for you. Physical damage is 5, radiant damage is 16.
How do you want to do this?
I mean, I think honestly, same thing as last one. He kind of sees that Kimmy basically just knocked this thing out into like a Mortal Kombat finish him kind of moment, and just kind of takes the opportunity and cleaves straight through, all the way to the ground.
You-
And just
Straight through it, you watch it just like peel away and blow away into the storm as your axe embeds into the sand, and you pull it up, and you are now once again 4 adventurers in a storm with a beacon to set up. You can obviously also stabilize your friend Trip.
You guys want to do that?
I mean, might as well, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
As the storm rages, you get the beacon set up, plant it in the ground, and hold strong against this storm. Eventually, an hour passes, 90 minutes, 2 hours pass. You start taking shifts. Who can just essentially babysit the beacon while the others go back to the cave and try to seek shelter. You do see a lot of sand has blown into the cave, but you are able to keep Yamas's body from being inadvertently buried.
I mean, we already looted him, so it doesn't matter that much. I'm going to use my last spell slot, Cure Wounds on Trip.
Cool.
A level 3, so for 10 healing.
Okay. After about 2 hours with the beacon set up, finally there is a little bit of a lull in the storm, and through the clouds, this sky ship comes in, just barely making it. You see anchors are tossed away and embedded into the sand, and you can see up on the deck a bunch of sailors, air sailors in rescue garb start to rappel down and start setting up rescue features for you, and are able to pull you guys in. But the storm is tough. This storm is relentless, and even though they found a gap to come and get you, that gap is quickly gone, and you are all hoisted up into this ship. But it is a rough journey up out of the storm. What are you all doing to make sure that you stay aboard this ship and safe?
Basically, I want to punch my fists into the planks of wood, if I
Nice.
can.
Yeah.
And then try to, like, hold somebody, like, underneath me. Possibly give them a little bit of advantage, too.
Cool. Yeah. Give me a strength check.
Okay.
Could be athletics if you want.
18.
18. Plenty. Yeah, you find purchase in there. Who is being sandwiched to the deck?
I am
Jamie.
here
You
to
are.
protect Mr.
Wouldn't
James
really be
Bauer
doing your
Buchanan.
job if
Yeah.
you didn't.
That is true.
So he
So-
is holding you onto the deck. Is there anything extra that you want to do to stay alive in this
I
situation?
want to hold on to him.
Yeah,
too.
okay.
You can give me a hug. It's all good.
Give me athletics with advantage.
That's a 15.
Despite the rocking, you are able to stay in place. Kimmy, what are you doing?
I'm gonna use my tail to around something. Is there
Cool.
something that I can?
Yeah, oh, plenty.
I'll help as well with sea snake. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to lie to you.
Give me
Hope you forgive
athletics.
me.
Give me an athletics check.
Athletics check. Okay, that's an 18.
That's still plenty.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
you're able to hang on
Okay,
for sure.
fabulous.
All right, and finally, Trip.
I'm gonna go tie myself to the tree.
Okay, you're holding two people.
I mean, technically, we are still tied together.
Oh, well,
Oh,
you could
that's
could
true.
have maintained that
Yeah.
if you would like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't think after being inches from, life itself ending, that I would have a whole lot of strength left to really hold on to something.
Give me an athletics check with advantage.
Don't take us all down with
21.
Oh yeah, plenty. You guys ride through this storm, hanging on tight, and eventually you find above the clouds some solace, and the ride becomes smooth again. The storm beneath you, the air calm, and you see approaching you from the aft of the ship with a concerned look on her face, Captain Irjami, that they picked up along the way. She sees the emiss's body, takes a moment, looks at you all, battered, worn. Thank you. That's where we'll end it. Thank you, guys.
I was gonna tell her you should have seen the other guy.
Oh my god.
God.
And on that note, thank you all for watching. This is great. Thank you all for playing. Here's to this and many more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to
Champions.
Nick, our wonderful crew.
Coming to
He's
Grim Day.
here,
Hi.
attached.
I don't know if you can see that. I'm not going to dox my girlfriend. It's 1:27 in the morning, by the way.
My flight leaves in like 4 hours.
Might as well just stay up at this point.
Oh, I'm for sure going to have to, yeah.
Enjoy desert.
Oh, yes. Enjoy desert.
Thank
Yes.
you, everybody.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Good work.
All right.
Pocket bar.